I think we're in Koibu.
Yeah, we're in Koibs.
Oh, hello everybody and welcome to Tombs of Scoria. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing good, I think.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Great. Where last we left our party, you had rescued your brother. And
Yeah.
you've come back to Wicthron Renta. And you're inside your attic, surrounded by large boxes, a path marked in a perfect square where you've teleported. Your servants told never to put anything in there ever, under any circumstances. And Tyrael has drunk a potion of clairvoyance and looked out into the market of Wicthron Renta and seen refugees and a small tent city in what was once a great market.
Anton sighs and grasps his amulet. Where is Scoria?
Scoria is in Crownhold, the capital city of Mystria.
I will take out my crystal ball and attempt to scry on shine.
Is there a chance that you could fail?
Probably very small chance.
Roll
Does
it
Shine
anyway.
get magic resistance against it? Does she know that Imric's doing it? I don't know how it works.
I don't think you'd get magic resistance to get against being scryed on.
It's a good question. In this situation, I think you successfully glimpse Shine.
Where is she?
She is sitting on top of the capital in Wicthron
Not
Renta,
bad.
on top of the castle, her claws gripping one of the large towers. You can see that she has suffered some serious damage in some battles while you were gone. She's blind in her right eye. Her scales have been ripped from head down partially to her neck. She's taken some sort of maybe lightning blasts or some sort of something, you don't know yet, along the length of her neck on one side and part of her body that's like turned her nice, like beautiful golden scales, sort of this like dingy, bloody red color across it. Claws seem to be broken in a few places. A chunk of flesh taken out of her back. Her tail chopped off at the very last end just a little bit.
And
But she's still there.
Does she get a chance to notice the
Yes.
crystal ball on her?
The longer the crystal ball's on her, the more chance she has to notice. I think you get one round before I start making checks.
Yeah, well, I'll cancel it immediately. And I'll look to the other two and say, well, at least Shine lives. Can't have been too long.
Looks.
Then I'll...
Did we see in the crystal ball?
Yeah, I think we all would have seen it right now.
Mm-hmm.
She looks worse for wear. Wonder how long it's
Sh-
been.
Are there any windows up here in the attic?
There are boxes between you and the windows. You can climb over them and get to the windows if you'd like.
Yeah, can I move some boxes aside or climb over them and then see if I can look outside? What does it look like? What's the condition?
Yeah, looking out your window, you can see your little gate with your little, picket fence across it, the wrought iron picket fence. You can see one of your gardeners is outside working in your hedgerow. Just beyond your wall, there's a couple of small tents that are set up and maybe a dozen or so folks hanging out in an alleyway between your building and the next, trying to just stay out of the path of the road down which large wagons travel pulled by horses. People yelling, "Make way." Soldiers patrol the streets. It looks like home, just sort of in dire straits.
I'll check on Mother on the crystal ball.
Mom's dead.
It is unavailable to be found.
Uh-oh. That's not a good start.
What about the queen? She's normally scribe proof, I imagine, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's in the palace, it won't work. Maybe our Mother's there.
Mom could be with Queen.
Let me check the keep. Try and scry on our keep.
We tried last time and I don't think it worked.
Really?
Maybe we. I thought you tried to scry the keep, but I could be misremembering.
I don't think I did, but, guess we'll find out.
Because that's why Tyrael had to use the clairvoyance thing, I thought.
No, I mean like our keep as in...
Oh, you mean our keep, not the
Yeah, our keep. Yeah,
I'm
'cause
wrong.
that's where our
I thought
mother
you
is,
meant
right?
I thought you meant the castle. Sorry.
Your keep stands empty and abandoned.
But not
It
destroyed.
has signs of continued construction since last you've seen it, and it has signs of combat and wear and tear and burn marks along the unfinished stone. There's no one
Dragonfire?
working on it. Unlikely. Dragonfire, you think, would probably have melted the stone, but maybe it was just at the very end of the Dragonfire and not like
You know,
in a full
we used
blast.
good stone.
We did.
Okay. So what's our next move?
It's to go to the capital and talk to the queen and figure out what's going on, right?
Should we make a big show of us being back?
Absolutely not.
No. We need to sneak our way into the castle. Maybe it'd be worth sending a message to Sombar first. You could
Why do
open
we
that
need to
passageway
sneak
we
our
used to
way?
use.
Wait, why do we need to sneak into the castle? Oh, just so we don't bring any attention at all?
We don't want people to be seen. We've got the element of surprise right now.
Well, I think we're
Probably
the ones
thinks
who are
we're dead.
surprised more than anyone else.
Well, no, but I mean, Scoria probably thinks we're dead.
Sure, but I mean, we can just use like a cloak or something and walk to the capital. We don't have to, right?
Maybe. There's magic defenses on the main entrances, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think if we can go in through that back
We
entrance
know,
we used
we know
when
our
we
back
first started.
entrance.
Are
But
we
it's
able to
been
get there
closed, but we-
unassisted, or?
I can cover us. I think we can get there, and then if we can get Sombar to open the gate for us.
Let's try it.
Do you want to work on that? And I'm gonna make my way through town, and I'm gonna find my little like smuggler's keep and talk to my dudes and see what's going on, what's happened.
Sure. Just make sure that you trust everyone you speak to.
Yeah, of course. Trust my
She's
men with
clearly
my
got
life.
spies in this place. Yeah. Okay.
I'll go with Imric.
I'm going to cast Sending to Arc Sombar. What do I say though? Before I say this, Neal, remind me, what was the passageway we used to use? Was it like
It was
Like in a
underneath a
barn.
barn.
an old barn or something? Yeah. Okay, so I say, Arc Sombar, we have returned, the three of us. Need to speak urgently. Under the cover of darkness, open the pathway through the old barn. Finish there.
That's your sending spell.
Yeah. Actually, do you know what? Tyrael probably does his stuff first because I'm actually going to learn these spells. So it probably takes me a couple of hours.
Oh, you don't have sending memorized?
No.
Okay. So Tyrael, while he is learning his spells, which you probably actually need sleep for first, you've been traveling the plains. You need to rest.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, mate, is that we got? Well, let's just talk then. Maybe we can just let Tyrael do his thing and come back.
Well, everyone's still in the attic. No one has left yet.
Yep, I'm ready to go if I'm clear.
Yeah, Tyrael, just go. We'll wait here.
Okay.
So where do you go, Tyrael?
First, before I leave, I'd like to just kind of like sweep my house real quick to make sure there's not some weird stuff going on. Is there anybody left here? Well, actually, at the top of the stairs. Okay, let's do this carefully. Top of the stairs. I would like to detect noise. See if I hear any movements throughout the house.
Let's see it.
Hold on. Jeez. Okay, it's been a while.
Yeah, I think it's just a D100 95
Yeah, it is.
or lower or something. Yeah. Yeah, you absolutely do hear the pitter-patter of footsteps down on the floor below you.
Gotcha. Do I feel like my hearing has gotten better, or any of my other thieving abilities, or my body in general, after the insane adventures that we've been on?
You do feel like you've leveled up, yes.
Okay. Probably need to rest for a week, though, to get that real feeling in there, though. That's okay.
I think we'll probably be resting for a little while.
Just checking. Okay. I would like to be very sneaky. I should be able to move through my house pretty easily using a combination of my detect noise. I can move silently. I can hide in shadows. I can do all of these things to kind of move through my house, hopefully undetected. I I imagine there's a back door to get out of this house. I'd like to take a cloak with me. And when I say a cloak, Koibu, I mean like something to cover my whole fucking body. Not like a small itty bitty G-string cape, okay? Like they wear at Chippendales, all right? A big ass thing to cover. I want to be a hooded, fucking shrouded creature, okay?
Got it. You can go find the Strider cloaks that are kept near the back door.
Good. That's what I want. Thank you. Okay.
Yes.
And I will leave out the back of the house, assuming I can do so safely.
Yes, it's an easy thing to move through your house fairly undetected. Tyrael, the 15th level rogue? I can't even remember anymore. Something like that.
Well, it'll be 16 once we sleep, but yeah, 15 right now.
Yeah.
I'm quite sneaky.
You will see your household staff. They will not see you. You'll catch them from behind as they walk past you, and then you slip out of a doorway or from outside of a stairwell. And soon you exit the backyard. Your gardener doesn't notice you as you take the cloak and make your way towards that picketed wrought iron fence with a large shrub, a large hedge between you and it. And I think with all of your skills, it's not a problem to leap over the hedge and over the fence and land in the alleyway beyond. Some sort of folks notice that there's a bit of a movement and give you a look, but quickly give you no mind. There's some shady figure hanging out in this alleyway just like them. They go back to their own down luck.
Am I able to make my way through the city and find my my little smuggler hideout or my little thief keep?
Yeah.
As I make my way there, I'll keep my eye on it from a distance for a minute first. I imagine if Scoria is here or has people here, they're probably going to be looking out at this place.
Yeah, you'll make it to the apartment that you've used to house your smuggler friends, and you will see that it has been set upon fire at some point in the past and is pretty much gone.
Are my people anywhere nearby?
No, they're not standing around. Or if they are, they're hiding and, not being obvious.
Okay, no problem. That's good. I had insurance on it, I think. Interesting. What is the general... As I walk through the city, I have... what do I hear people talk about? What's the general mood?
The mood is very immediacy-oriented. The refugees, the poor people who are sleeping in the streets are mostly concerned about where their next meal is coming from. The soldiers guarding wagons or carriages are mostly concerned with just getting people out of the way so they can get to their place. The merchants are similarly trying to guard their carts from sneaky hands that would snatch what's on them. It's all very what's happening right now is what we're talking about. No large heady plans or discussions of glory. We've traveled the world. We've spent a lot of time on this continent. Can I tell by looking at the refugees where they're from? Do they look like they're from Bontheros?
Yes.
Do they? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can very quickly recognize colors familiar to Darcis and Whalers Bay, Cronwick, that whole Iron County far to the
Western
west.
Peninsula or whatever, basically.
Yeah. And then a little bit later, as you make your way towards the capital, you'll see a bunch of folks from the southern side, where Stoneport and Bon May are.
Is there a close by tavern? Can I go to the closest tavern to my burnt down apartment?
Yeah, this is one of those fancy noble taverns that used to sit in this district, and all the well-to-do nobles would come and sip their lovely drinks at. But there's not very much of that going on. So as you arrive at the tavern, you can see there's the nice doorman in his tuxedo and his bow tie standing at the door. But looking in through the windows, even from a few floors down on the ground, you can see that the place is kind of dead and empty.
Is it still? Do they still provide service? Is there still a tavern?
The doorman's there. They must be providing service.
Can I? Yeah, I guess. Can I see if I can enter?
Already a man shrouded in a cloak like yours wouldn't be granted entrance to this place. That doorman keeps the riffraff out, and you look like riffraff.
Can I walk up to the guy and kind of grunt? And ask if there's a man that I could buy things from. Maybe a man called Vega might still be around here doing business.
The doorman shakes his head and goes, I don't know anything about that.
Does he look like he truly doesn't know, or is he fucking
Yeah.
with me? Oh.
Yeah, he's the doorman on this bar. He's probably not involved in criminal activities at all. This is a a very upper class posh place. He doesn't know the name Vega.
Okay. Is there like a more
Oh yeah,
licentious? There's a word I'm looking for. Is that a real word? I don't know if that's the one.
close enough.
Yeah. Is there a more rundown, or not rundown, but a more seedy kind of place?
Yes, you can make your way to that. It's on the it's a bit of a walk from where you are, but you can get there. And this place is sort of crowded now, heavily packed. Those people that still have money to spend on nice things like beer can hang out here. And we're normally, it's kind of a busy place now. It's standing room only. The few tables that are here have been crowded with folks. You see lots of knives and daggers at people's sides, a few short swords here and there. The bouncers are more armed than they would be, and they are permitted to be wearing armor these days, or they're wearing armor and getting away with it, even though they're not supposed to. You can see chainmail resting on their shoulders, spiked clubs at their sides.
I don't see, none of my people are in here, right? Nobody I recognize?
Well, let's see. Give me a perception check to kind of scan the crowded tavern.
Ooh.
Not at first. There's a lot of folks in here. It's pretty busy.
Yeah, can I go up to the bartender and ask him if he knows of anybody that I could trade or do business with?
Yeah, you push your way to the front to where the bartender is, who's just slinging beers as quickly as they can get their hands on them. And you say, what exactly?
So in 5e, there was something called Thieves' Cant. Is there anything that's equal to that in 2e?
Absolutely. Yeah, the same thing. Thieves' Cant.
Okay, yeah. I just want to ask if there's a man that I could buy things from, but make it obviously, like, if he knows that I'm looking for something I can buy, yeah.
Yeah, he nods his head very quickly, looks around and goes, there's half a dozen of them here. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a guy that deals in extra special things, maybe even magical items. A man whose reputation would far outweigh most of the riffraff that might come in and out of here.
He tries probably too expensive for anything here. Look, you ordering a drink or not?
I'll put a piece of silver. Is that how much they cost here?
A copper is a beer.
I'll
Even
put
here?
I'll put 3 pieces of silver. I'm a big spender. And I'll ask him. I'll ask him if he knows where a man named Vega might be. He's heard the name before.
Oh yeah, his eyes open as you say Vega. He gives a bit of a sigh, puts his head to the side, and goes, I haven't seen that guy in a long time. Maybe a couple months. Don't know where he is anymore. But if you need to find him, I'd hang out at the Pussy Willow. He might be there eventually. You know that's the name of another tavern around the corner, basically. Not as crowded as this one usually. A little, that middle class dive bar.
Gotcha. I'll kind of like nod my head a little bit. Can I kind of like string him along in conversation a little bit? Like, oh, a couple months ago. It was pretty wild back then, huh? To try to figure out like what's happened, how long I've been gone. Yeah.
Yeah, you're telling me it's been pretty wild. Yeah, Paul, he takes the silvers and holds them in his hand, kind of clinking them around. He sees that you want to ask him some more questions. He's willing to give you a moment of time.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a bit of a shut-in, but yeah, what's been going on?
Well, they say a new shipment of grain from Thicklegrade's arriving today. That was probably a pretty good sign. And Berkshire, a new group of guards have been trained and deployed from there, on their way here as well. Probably going to be timed the same as the grain imports, if you ask me. What else has been going on here?
No, I'm not talking about
that. Fires in Bontheris are put out. That's pretty good.
What happened? I felt like we were winning this war. Where did it all go wrong?
Yeah, where did it all go wrong? Well, if you are ever taking a stroll through the cemetery, find the grave of Lord McGarry and go ahead and relieve yourself on it.
Damn, how long ago was it since those 3 disappeared?
You have been a shut-in, haven't you?
I just wanted
Maybe you don't need any more booze. I don't know, it's been a year and change.
Not too bad.
I guess the time just slips by. It hardly feels like yesterday when I saw them walking through the streets in their shiny golden armor.
I don't know what you mean. It feels like it's been 10 years. You kidding? I mean, it's been a winter and a half. It's what, January 10th now? So, ugh. Jesus.
Okay, well.
Look, buddy, you got to crawl back into whatever hole you came from and sleep it off. If you can't even remember what year it is or how long time has passed, just get some sleep. You don't need to be looking for any trouble. In fact, he actually pauses and cocks his head to his side. Do you really not know? Sir, you might need to go get yourself checked out.
I've been drinking stuff way stronger than this for too long, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, you might have had your mind wiped by one of the mystery and spies here. You should probably go report yourself to the constables. If people have been fucking around in your brain and you can't remember, that sounds like magic to me. That sounds like spies.
Are there really that many of those mystery and spies around here? Is that a thing now?
Well, I mean, I assume they're everywhere.
We're not, don't we have like guards and knights and magicians and all sorts of people?
You know, the thing about spies is it's their job to get past those folks. And sometimes they succeed.
I nod. I guess before
There are
I walk
turncoats
out,
among us.
I'll say, well, thank you for the drink. God bless the queen. Does he say anything, or is he responding, or is he okay? Or?
He just gives you a friendly wave, you know.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully she's still alive. All right. I'll leave, and I guess I will head back home.
Okay. You can make your way back through the streets, back to your house. Getting into your house is going to be maybe a little bit harder than getting out of it if you want to remain completely unseen.
I can roll for it. What do you want me to roll, Corbs?
The problem is that when you open the door, the bells ring. And from the inside, you can hold the bells and open the door, and it's not that big of a deal. But from the outside, you got to stop the bells on the door from ringing when you open it.
I could climb the walls.
You could climb the walls, but like you'd climb the walls in broad daylight and everyone in the streets would see you. It'd be like super obvious.
Okay.
You could disarm traps to try and disarm the bells.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a spicy success. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
For some reason, Roll20 interprets a sign as less than to be less than or equal to, which is why 95 is a success.
Okay.
For the math nerds out there who are curious.
Sounds good. I'll make my way back upstairs.
Yeah, you disarm the bells. You make your way inside. You can get past your servants and housemaids and whatnots and your soldiers and make your way back to the attic where I think we find the other brothers McGarry sleeping, napping,
I'm asleep,
hanging out.
Guess, yeah.
Curled up on the floor.
Anton's, I don't think he's asleep.
Yeah, be kind of hard to sleep right now.
He's watching over Emmerich, who dozed off.
It's been a long day, all right. You've just been
Anton's
sitting
eyes
around.
will narrow when Tiro comes up. So, what'd Vega have to say?
I'm not even sure Vega's still alive. I think we've been gone for quite a bit longer than we originally assumed. I think it's been
How long did it take you to save me?
I don't know. I looked at Emmerich probably a few days, maybe. But
Emmerich's asleep.
Oh, well, I mean, I talk to him when he's sleeping sometimes. Helps me reflect on my own thoughts. And I don't have to listen to his incessant bitching, so it works. I think it's been, in time on this plane, we've been gone for a little over a year. I think we're assumed dead at this point.
I think for me it was, I don't know. I lost track around day 60. Is my guess.
Why not?
Should we wake him up and go?
We should wake him up and wait. We'll chat once he's awake. This might be a
wait to
blessing
wake
in
him up.
disguise.
You think it's good that no one knows we're back? Seems like bad stuff didn't happen when they knew we were here.
That is true. But if Scoria gets cocky, not many people expect to be slayed by 3 dead men. It could be a big advantage in the future.
True. I just don't know how we're gonna slay her if she's flying above us. We gave up the bow.
I don't think she'll fly forever, but we'll see. Let's wait for Emmerich to wake up and we can discuss it.
Yeah, I don't know if Emmerich is going to be able to get a full 8 hours of sleep right now in this tight space with people talking and all the excitement going on. I think you wake up from your eyes open.
Ah, Tyrell, you're back.
I am back.
What do you find out?
Time has passed. I'll fill him on everything I just told Anton.
A year?
At least.
Oh no. I can't sleep here. I don't know if I can learn any more spells, but I can get myself into the keep. Maybe Tyrell, you can help Anton get there.
I don't know if going to the keep is such a good idea. No.
We need to understand what's happened exactly.
We do, but I think it's most important right now to keep our whereabouts and the fact that we're still alive a secret. Apparently, I already have a tombstone in this city. I don't know if the other two of you do, but I think we're assumed dead at this point. Yes.
Well, we can stay here until I can learn my spells, but we have to do something eventually.
Of course.
We're gonna have to get back in touch with Sombar and the Queen.
Of course. Perhaps we should. Maybe we should sleep here then for the night, or for the day until night. I guess it's probably better to sleep through the day into night. Yeah.
We all could do with the rest, I think. Neal, I'm gonna look to my imp, and I want to turn him into a different form. I know one of them is Raven. You said that it was a special second form. I don't know if you ever worked out what that was.
Yeah.
But a Raven will do for now.
Yeah, a Raven will do for now. I think it's just a roll on a small table to determine the other form.
So, from where I am in the city, how far does a mile get me?
A mile radius will cover most of the grounds of the city.
So I'm just gonna have the Raven fly around a little bit, and I'll just like look through its eyes until I start feeling tired, and then I'll bring it back and I'll go to sleep.
Yeah. The city is in some state of disarray. We've talked about the people that are here and the tent cities that have kind of popped up here and there. There are some ruined buildings, but they're sort of... It's odd. It's like one building on this corner of this intersection is burned down, and maybe a block over on this other side has burned down, but it doesn't look like this is damage from without. It looks like damage from within, either accidents or sabotage or something like that. So there is some damage, but it's fairly minimal to the city itself. There are ballistas all along the walls. There is Shine, the dragon, hanging out, observing the town, watching from the top of the keep.
Is the town heavily militarized right now?
It's always been heavily militarized, but it might be even more so. It's hard to tell with the throngs of people. Maybe it's just that guards aren't given time off, and so more on the streets. Or maybe there's actually more soldiers total here.
Does Shine look like she looks fucked up? Does it look like scars, or does this look like fresh?
No, it looks like scars.
Okay.
It looks like she is healed from whatever her wounds have been, but that some of them were rather serious.
When this is all over, Anton, you can probably restore her eye.
I don't
Van
know.
Helsing cured someone who had a blind eye. So.
We'll have to look at the new spell list when it's all over.
I'll bring the Raven back, Neal, as I feel myself sort of drifting off. And we'll go to sleep.
Okay. Well, you wait until night, and the three of you curl up in this 10 by 10 and rest as best as you can.
Yeah, I hold Anton close. For warmth, of course. Yeah.
Never mind. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Emmerich doesn't look any different. I'm just asking because I know out of character, but my character has zero idea what the fuck happened. Apparently, if you look at him with a ring of true sight, he looks demonic. But out of character,
he looks totally normal. What are you talking about?
Perfect.
He's regular old Emmerich. Nothing's changed about him.
I'm fine, buddy. I'm fine. Just a little bit of demon soul eating. All right, well.
Yeah, you'll wake up in the morning to a very gentle snowfall coming down on the buildings and in the towns. It's not sticking to the streets where there are carts and wheels and warm stone. They're stone warmed by the earth to melt it away, but rooftops have a little bit of snow piling up on it. Tents have a little bit of snow piling on it. Just a nice wintry day in Wicthron Marenta.
Well, we're awake. I think we're waiting for you to do sending spells.
Yeah, well, I'll wake up early and before them and start learning my spells. It's probably going to take me a few hours, Neal, to fill out my spell list from where I was.
Yeah. So the other brothers kick it in the attic, waiting. At some point, you will hear an attic door open and a servant come in and begin to move things around on the other side of all of your boxes and whatnots.
I mean, I doubt we'll be able to hide if he looks literally at all, so...
Right. But they're not. They're just putting something up in the attic, and a few moments later they head back out. So an opportunity for you to flag one down if you wanted, but no. And some hours later, your spells are ready.
All right, get ready to send sending to Oxhammer. I'll say to the two of them, any advice on what I should say here? Is there anything you don't want me to say? Messaging Sombar.
Is it how many words are you allowed to send?
27 or something?
20, I think.
And it doesn't automatically identify you as the caster, right? They just get a message.
Yes, but they can respond. It's 25 words or less. Neal, it doesn't specify whether the words are audible or in your head. You know? Like
I think it's definitely in their head. Nobody else is in the room will hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, well, 25 words. I can't say too much, but I'll just say that we're back and for her to open the passage beneath the barn and we'll make our way there.
You need to do some way to identify that it's you and not a Scoria wizard attempting to get access.
That's a good point. Well, will anyone else know about the barn? What about Gail?
I assume at this point, I don't know. Do you remember her favorite memory that we showed her? She was in the chapel with her husband. I think she was looking in. She decided not to get married to him. Something around that.
Was there any nicknames? You guys spent a lot of time studying together. Did she ever call you any nicknames that only you and her would know?
That's a good point. I don't know if we had that kind of relationship, really.
It's not one for nicknames very much, but you're a clever lad. I'm sure you've got some way to covertly identify yourself, right?
Yeah, well, are you saying that I'm clever or that Imric's clever?
I'm saying that Nicholas is clever.
Oh, no, he's not that clever.
Oh, he's the smartest guy I know.
Well, yeah, that's true. Still, that doesn't mean that much. Look at the other two people in this call. Wow. I look at them and I shrug. I don't know. I mean, what Scoria spies could know anything at this point. What about Georg's statue?
No one knows why or where we left.
That's not true.
Well,
we were going around town talking about it.
Bring up the time I kicked the dog. I'm pretty sure we joked about it in the past, and I don't think most people would know about that. I don't know. Or just bring up her husband that never came to be. Just talk about the time Anton scried on her favorite memory. That's my only idea.
Neal, is there not some in-joke that I had with her after, like Tira was saying, after hours of study? There's surely something that I can reference that wouldn't have been seen in roleplay.
Well, why don't you give me a charisma check to see if you can remember any of these like things that aren't important in the face of all these terrible... you can't think of any of the jokes you had, you know? Those sort of memories fade pretty quickly when your life is on the line.
We're trying to think of some unique way to identify ourselves to her, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So is there a unique piece of information, a unique item that we interacted with in front of her, maybe a ruin we saw, a unique passcode or password?
Well, I'm thinking remember the statue that we brought back from the demon place of Georg the wizard, and she cast stone to flesh on it. That was in the dungeon, in the deepest dungeon, right? Who else is going to remember that?
Do that, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So what do you say?
Difficult in 25 words.
Yeah.
It's Imric.
Yeah.
The one you helped with stone to flesh.
In the dungeons.
In the dungeons. We're back.
It's Imric, the wizard you helped with stone to flesh in the dungeons. That's 13. I return with my brothers. That's 18.
Let us in the barn?
Yeah, open the old path beneath the barn. That's 25 words.
It's 25 exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. You will get the message back. She can respond with a similar length.
Yes.
Do not use the barn. Meet me at your old estate tomorrow at midnight.
Tomorrow at midnight or tonight at midnight?
Tomorrow, she said. Oh, but it's at midnight, so who knows?
Yeah,
It could be.
who knows?
We'll have to check.
Dumb wizards.
Okay, I say to Tyrell, she says not to go through the barn. She wants to meet our old estate. Perhaps we should check on it beforehand. Tomorrow at midnight.
Yeah, that's fine. I can camp out.
Are we at the old estate right now?
No.
Oh, no.
Remember we moved? This was like an old warehouse or something that we repurposed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's, let's still try and keep a low profile here.
Mm-hmm.
Neal.
Yeah.
I had a list of spells, didn't I? You said I had access to all level 1 to 5 spells.
Yeah.
Where are they?
Well,
at our
where do you
castle.
store your spell books?
I don't know. I'd say some are here. Some are probably in Sambar's library. Some are in our keep. Some I've got on me. It's probably all over the place, right?
Possibly.
I would like to try and learn this level 1 spell while we're sat around for a day.
You have
Which level 1
slots for
spell?
level 1?
I do have more spell slots now that I have +1 int. I would like to learn Enlarge
Magic
Reduce.
missile.
That's a good one.
I already have Magic Missile.
Wait, if your
so-
familiar dies, do you die, or did something? What happens?
At least 4 levels.
Jesus.
Well, there's a save and you might die, and then if you survive, you lose 4 levels.
Is it 4 from
Yes.
each class or 2 from each class?
No, it'd just be from Wizard.
Oh, Jesus.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
It's not great. Yeah, any chance I can make a roll to see if I happen to have Enlarge Reduce on me? It might even be in the Alcaster spellbook. I don't know what the level 1 spells in it. Actually, I might have that written down.
Yeah, there are 3 locations your spellbooks might be spread out across, so let's just say 1 in 3 chance.
Yeah. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
go for 5 or a 6.
All right.
Unlucky.
Yeah, you search your memory. You remember that your low-level spellbooks you had moved to your new keep.
Thinking that I wouldn't need them ever again.
Wouldn't need them. Building the new place, might as well just store them there. They're
I will
safely
check if I've
tucked
got a
away.
I have a scroll of it, actually, in which case. Learn off a scroll, right? I don't think I do, though.
Classic Nimerick.
Yeah, can't learn the spell even with the extra int.
Ugh, bummer. Well,
Yeah, okay, never mind.
it's an easy thing to get to your old house and wait for a day.
Well, I think
do
we'll wait
bel-
here, thank you. Right?
Sure. In MrMouton's robes, he does have more spare ribs. I don't know if you can eat any more spare ribs at this point, but there is food, so you're not going to starve up here in the attic. And we can sit nice and quietly.
We sit.
Yeah, I will fly the Raven around the old estate now just to get a look at it. While I'm waiting. Make sure there's no
Yeah.
spies around.
No, the old estate has been sort of boarded up. It looks like some clever person, has put some boards across the doors and the windows to keep it from being like a squatter's paradise. And so it's sort of locked up, safe and sound. The yard around the building has become a squatter's paradise, but the internals of the structure are probably safe.
Okay, cool. Well, looks fine. So we wait. We also have one of the...
Scoria is.
Yeah.
Scoria is back in Dragon Peak.
Okay.
You kill a day. You make your way to the next place. The only real trouble... Oh, go ahead.
Well, when we get out, I can cast Seeming on us, which can allow us to disguise ourselves as 3 random people. 24 hours.
Based.
So we're absolutely fine in terms of not being seen. It's just getting out of the house that's the issue, I think. That's Cloud Kill. Sorry, I don't cast that.
Whoops. Accidental Cloud Kill.
12 hours, sorry. It's a 7.
Is there a water basin in here?
In your attic? Absolutely not. No way. I mean, it might be in one of these boxes, but there's not one just sitting out.
But I know where one is in the house, right? Anton's room, he had a scrying thing. I'll ask Gabriel, do you think we can make it to our rooms? You got some time pools for us.
In our current house or in the old estate?
There's probably one in the old estate. There's probably one in the current house.
We should be able to get there here before we leave. Yeah, they should. It's not like the service should be going through our rooms much, right? There's not much going on.
No, they should never go in those rooms.
I mean, they change the sheets. They, take out the dishes that you leave in there. Clean up the chamber.
We haven't been there for a year, right? So they shouldn't. There's not much room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean,
you can make your way to your room. Tyrael can help guide you down the halls. Telling you when to come and when not to prevent someone from seeing you. You will clank with your heavy armor a little bit, not too much, and quickly find yourself in your room, shutting the door behind you. Everything here is covered with a thin layer of dust. It looks like this place hasn't been touched in a long time. The bed is neatly made. Your shoes are laid out for you. Your clothes are put away, ironed, pressed, now sort of eaten by moths. The basin that you would use for scrying is here, but it's well dry. And all the glasses that would be filled with water, or pitchers that would be filled with water, have also dried up.
I believe that my Cloak of Plenty has water.
Cool.
Or I have someone has a decanter.
I have a decanter. I've got two because we were going to use that for the lava, right?
Boom.
Yeah. The decanters of endless water are within your bags of holding.
I have one in my bag of holding. Yeah.
Great. Pour it out. Fill up the basin with water.
Yep.
Good to go.
Anton will cast a time pool. Show me the funeral of Tyrael McGarry.
Oh, shit.
You get no answer. The spell just fizzles.
And I know I fucked it up, right?
I mean,
I think I know when I fuck it up. Let me read. Maybe not this spell.
Not this spell. Yeah.
Not this spell. Nothing.
Perhaps there wasn't a funeral.
Could be the case. What else do we want to know? We have to know something about the timeline.
Death of our mother.
We don't know that she died. We can't.
Well, we don't even know if I had a funeral. I still don't understand how time pool works. I feel like we don't truly know anything. There's like some big epistemic questions here about what is knowledge. Yeah.
Aren't revealed to the likes of us, brother.
Yes. Could I say, show me the fight that
wounded Shrine?
Wounded Shine?
Or Shine, yeah.
Show me when Shine lost her sight or something like that.
Okay. Show me the battle that took Shine's eyeball. Or eyesight.
That's a good one. Base chance of 50, modified to a max of... what's your wisdom score? 18?
18.
Yes, that's another 15.
It's like 80% chance or something.
75... I think in this situation, since you know so little, it's a 75% chance. So roll me 75 or lower on a D100. Nice. Yes. In the pool before you, the water's clear and still, and colors appear within them. you see Shine, a gold dragon flying high in the sky above what appears to be Bontheris, and you can see a blue dragon opposite her in the sky. And below the blue dragon, small flags and tents dotting the armies of Mystria, just outside the flat woods. Ballista's fire. Blue dragons breathe lightning. Scoria breathes fire. The blue dragon seems to have some sort of enchantment on it that reduces the fire.
Scoria or Shine?
Wait, no, you mean Shine, yeah.
Shine. Yeah, I mean Shine. Shine breathes fire. The blue dragon seems to have some sort of enchantment or spell that resists fire on its behalf, because the two end up closing and battling midair, grappling with claws. Shine and the blue dragon begin to spiral down somewhat. Eventually, Shine will rip out the dragon's throat entirely, slaying it. But in the process, one of its large claws went right into her face and ripped down along the back of the skull, completely gouging out her eye in its entirety and ripping open the flesh on her face. Shine takes a few ballista bolts and skims away over the tops of the trees, retreating back in the direction of Grumpburn and Wicthron Rorenta.
Scoria's got more dragons.
Yeah, where did they come from? I feel we killed all those fucking things.
I have one more.
If only we had a weapon that would tell us there were any dragons nearby.
We know where those weapons are, Tyrell. We could go get them.
Do we really know, though?
We have the magics to figure it out.
Surely now you must realize we made a good trade. Look. This whole place would have fallen by now if we didn't have Shine.
Okay. Is that true?
Probably.
Would we have killed the green dragon without losing Anton for a year if we had the 3 or 4 dragon weapons?
Yeah.
Oh.
In that case, then
Certainly.
this place would be totally fine because we would still be alive and we wouldn't have had to disappear into another dimension for a year to find him. No?
No, maybe perhaps that's true, brother. Yeah.
Okay. Making sure we're on the same page.
Perhaps that's true. Perhaps not though. Just because he has a fancy spear doesn't stop Anton from doing something stupid like opening a bag of holding underwater.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you rather me be dead from not being able to breathe?
I don't know. You could have held your breath for a bit longer.
I know I couldn't have. I couldn't have, brother. I promise you, my lungs were burning. I saw black and I was about to
I'm
pass
sorry.
out.
I speak out of turn. I'm sorry. We've just been through a lot.
Do not forget, Imric. I was up there fighting the dragon. It was
You were.
moments away.
You
from
fought
being-
admirably,
my head
brother.
bitten off.
You fought admirably. I retract
And
my
I owe you
statement.
guys
I'm
my
sorry.
life for coming and getting me.
I don't want to hear it. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have spoke out.
It's fine. I have one more. Anything we know happened?
Anything else you want to look at?
Can we ask what destroyed Whaler's Bay? If we see refugees here, is it enough to know that, like...
There was a destruction of Whaler's Bay?
Well, you're not sure if Whaler's Bay has been destroyed. You
Show
just
me what
know
caused
that
the refugee crisis?
that could be like 1,000
What?
things over years, you know? That's not a specific incident.
A few months ago... How about show me the last time somebody saw Vega?
We don't know
No,
what happened.
that's not. Yeah,
an
that's
event.
This isn't like, you know, search history for anything. It's not a control F. It's a,
Yeah.
you know.
Show
We
me
wouldn't be able
what
to
caused the McGarry Keep to become abandoned.
Again, that could be many,
Right.
many things.
How about
Yeah.
show me my thieves' den being burned down?
Ah, that's a great one. That's a specific incident where fire has overcome a building, unless it was like burned down 3 times slowly, you know. But that seems wild and insane.
Show me the destruction of the McGarry or of Tyrell's thief den. 61.
Yeah. It's a dark night. There's no one really in the streets. A couple folks here or there, maybe, passing by, but not really hanging out in this area. When a figure appears literally out of thin air, just was invisible essentially, and opens up with fire just spewing out of their mouth, directed at the door and then like up the side of the building, And as the fire comes to an end, they reach into a bag and pull out a bottle much larger than the bag, down it, and eject more flame now into the broken windows and the door that they kick down in between potion quaffs, igniting the entire building. And then, a few moments later, stepping away, they fade back into invisibility.
Can you have, like, potion fucking bombers who just, like, drink 2 potions at once and just hope that they, like, some suicide bomber shit?
You have to roll unlucky to get that
like,
explosive effect, yeah. And I think that's pretty rare.
Yeah, it's probably not worth the potions to do that. But in theory, I guess you could get a potion suicide bomber if you were a, ISIS agent.
Bring around gnomes in our bag of holdings. Throw them.
Scoria's minions walk the city streets.
I guess so. Well, that's the last memory we can know today.
I am antsy. Shouldn't be sitting around here like this.
Yeah, it's a lot of sitting, a lot of waiting. Why are you waiting? Why are we taking so much time not to reveal our positions?
Well, I mean, we don't know who's in the town. We don't even know what the fuck's going on. We don't know who's alive or what part of the command structure. There's just so many unknowns.
We know there's spies in the town.
Mm-hmm.
And if Scoria thinks we're dead, we can lay a trap.
Okay. All right. Well, the next day, you will use sending to make your way to the old house.
Seeming. Yeah.
Seeming, yes. Thank you. There are a lot of folks here who have climbed the wall, the gate. There's even a couple of old boxes that have been moved to make the climb over it easier. There's a bunch of people hanging out inside the gardens. But you will have to make your way from the gardens to within the building, and it's boarded up. It'll require peeling or prying boards off, possibly breaking glass, and it will definitely be taken as a symbol by everyone else nearby that the house is open and available to enter.
Is it like surrounded on all sides by people looking in?
Yeah, people have just like come into the gardens to make their temporary shelters and homes. So the whole gardens which surround the property are just, inhabited.
There's no basement entrance into our house that we've ever spoken of, is there?
There's a cellar, and the cellar door is out here in this area. Yeah. But that would also be equally visible.
Fine.
We could scare them off.
Yeah, I'm thinking how we would do that.
Would you...
Because if we were scaring, we want to do things that aren't going to draw a lot of attention to ourselves, and scaring people off with some big magical thing would, or some huge show would, obviously scare people off.
We could just give them some coins to fuck off.
Do you have invisibility?
Just for me.
What does that mean? Like it's self-invisibility?
I have one casting.
What about
it's
the
not
ring?
just for you. It could be for anybody, right?
With the ring. Yeah, it can be anyone. Yeah, okay, so 2 castings.
Could you not, could you cast invisibility on me and then I could pick the lock to the cellar maybe? And then go in when nobody's looking? Or there are like hundreds of people out in the yard and they'll obviously see the door even being opened a little bit.
Could work, right?
Koibu.
I'm sorry, that was towards me?
Yeah, is
Would
there
you
like,
repeat again?
theoretically, if I was invisible, do I feel like I could pick the lock to the cellar, open it slightly, and like make my way in? Or are there like tons of people out here?
You would need a distraction to pull everyone's attention away from it. The cellar does have a lock on it. Everything else is sort of boarded up. So in theory, you could pick that lock, but you'd need something to make sure that nobody was looking your way if you wanted to truly do this secretly.
Let's just go to the cellar area, hand out some coins, get them all to fuck off. I'll do that. I'll cast invisibility on you. You can do that while I just get rid of everyone.
Well, if you get rid of them, you don't need to waste invisibility on me. Is handing out coins a good idea, or is it going to start like a fucking riot? Also, what's it going to look like? You're handing out coins. That's going to be an incredibly suspect event, right?
I mean, yeah, suspect maybe, but not enough to think that it's us. Be anyone. Shady business in a place like this, right? Gangsters.
Just giving coins out to people?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that often?
Well, I don't. I'm sure you do.
Your privilege is showing, Emmerich. Nobody on the streets would be giving random coins out to people. That'd be a fool's errand. You'd get mugged in an instant.
Perhaps.
What if you two start a fake fight with each other?
It's just going to draw attention.
Yeah, people will gather around to watch you guys fight. One of you can pretend to knock the other out. The crowd will scatter. Nothing big. Yeah?
I would need to pretend. Does that fuck up our seeming or no, Emmerich?
I don't think so, no.
Cool. So. The two of you are going to start a brawl? Make some distractions?
Sure.
Yeah. It's an easy enough thing to fake a fight between the two of you. There's enough family trauma there that you can make it look real.
20 strength check.
Sure enough, yeah, give me that strength check. How's your strength 15?
I don't. I got a belt on.
Gotcha.
Another girl. Yeah.
Nice.
Easy.
Yeah, there's a wrestling match that goes back and forth. The attention of the onlookers is drawn. Tyrael can quickly and quietly sneak up and pick that lock. Give me that lock picking chance. Don't botch it.
Oh, you're not ever.
Why would I botch that?
Easy. And in a few moments, you are inside, closing the cellar door behind you. Someone will have to lock it because, padlock from the outside. In the meantime, you've just left it hooked partially on something.
So it's just Tyrael inside, right?
Yeah,
right now,
a casual glance wouldn't show anything. An inspection would reveal that it is unlocked, but no one's inspecting the cellar at this moment in time. Mm-hmm. And in the house you go, Tyrael, through the basement, up to the door that leads into the main building. You can pick this lock as well, which, I think is going to be easy for you, and into the building where you wait for Arksambar.
Wait, what was the point of this?
I don't know.
She's going to take us into the keep, right?
Well, you two are locked outside. Wait, why do we even have to be inside our house? She just wanted us to meet us here. I just want to look around inside and see if anything's here. I don't know why the fuck we even got in here. It was just, I'm a rogue. I see a locked thing and I want to go inside. What am I supposed to say?
That's true.
Yeah, I'll peruse the house. Does it look like it's been looted or raided? Well, actually, we weren't even here. We'd already moved out of here a long time ago, so there's probably nothing about you here. I'll just sit on the stairs down inside the cellar and I'll catch my breath and wonder what the fuck I'm doing here.
Yeah. You give a quick view of the house, as you said, and you'll see that there is one area where some boards have been pried off and a window has been broken. And some people do use this as a way in and out and hide and squat in your house. But they manage to, cover it up enough by pulling the board back in place that nobody else realizes that there's a secret way in. So you find a group of scraggly, long beard-necked people hanging out. You're a quiet man. They don't see you in the dark of night in this building. You catch them sleeping.
Kill them. They're in our home.
This isn't even our home anymore. I'm pretty sure we relinquished the rights to this when we moved to that warehouse.
Come on, we would have kept it.
I don't think we sold it.
I have relent sending, and I'll cast it again to Arksambar and say we are by the cellar. Describe, dressed as, and then I'll describe what we're dressed as.
She will reply, I will be down the chimney in the uppermost bedroom in half an hour.
She's gonna kill us.
Chimney.
Okay.
Well, I can get there, Anton.
Eric, don't fucking worry about me, okay? I'll turn into a bat.
Oh yeah, you can do that. I forgot about that.
Can.
Right then. Well, down the chimney. Let's meet Tyrael in there. I will walk into an alley and cast.
When it's nighttime, Anton will turn into a bat and fly up to the chimney.
It is nighttime. Anton flies up to the chimney. Emmerich does what?
Polymorph. I'll go into an alley and use polymorph self from my ring.
Yep. And soon the two of, what do you pull him into, like a bird or something?
Yeah, like a raven.
Like
the two of us will go in there. I keep my actual
Neal.
raven on the roof.
Maybe a roll. Did anyone see Emmerich turn into a thing? He's in an alley. He's being a
The real question is, does Emmerich see anyone see Emmerich?
Emmerich sees everything.
It's dark and it's nighttime and, there's a lot of weird shit going on. It's a crowded place. Someone might see something, but, if someone's like, I saw a man turn into a bird in the alleyway, who's going to take this guy seriously?
There's wizards all over this town, right?
And
but there's also, bunch of bullshit happening, and you know.
No, sure, but I mean, like, just even if somebody saw me casting a spell, doesn't mean that shit, it's Imric McGarry.
Right.
No,
right.
absolutely not. It's more spell.
It's fine. It's fine. Why are we worrying about these things? What's the worst that could happen?
True.
We're not. We fly into the chimney.
You fly into the chimney, and soon the two of you are in the room, the uppermost room, and some minutes later, materializing in the.
Well, we can find Tyrael too around the house, right?
Well,
Hear
in
him
the
moving
basement,
around.
right?
Well, we can't actually.
Wait, why not?
Sure, yeah, you go to find Tyrael.
Anton will go to find Tyrael and inform him. Imric can immediately go to the room. Anton.
Yeah, well, Anton, as you come down the stairs,
as a bat.
You wake up. Oh, you're a bat. You're flapping around.
Based.
You'll get your way back to the cellar door. You can turn back into a human. How quickly can you go back and forth between human and bat?
It's your item. I don't think it says. Oh wait, let me go read.
There's definitely some limitations on this.
Have it on my character sheet for some reason, unless put up here.
Cloak.
Handouts, no.
Of the bat. Blah blah blah. Either of the flying powers is usable for up to 1 hour at a time, but after a flight of any duration, the cloak does not bestow a flying power for a like period of time. So if you fly for 5 minutes, then you have to, and you go back to human, then you can't use it for another 5 minutes. So that's pretty easy. Yeah. So you flutter as a bat in here. You show up. You talk to Imric for a few minutes, then you turn into a bat. You flutter down the staircase for a minute, finding the rest of the house. Turn back into a human. Open the cellar door. Head down. Meet Tyrael, and you guys can make your way back upstairs without disturbing the people in the living room.
Okay.
And soon the whole party is gathered in the upper room of your old house that's boarded up. And materializing just in front of the fireplace is Arksambar. Your old friend might be too strong of a word.
No,
but
it's not.
I don't think it is.
Lover.
Yeah.
Imric's lover.
Glad you're still alive, Samba.
She looks to the three of you sort of sketchily.
I give her a wave.
I think this is a great spot to take our first break, and we'll see you on the other side.
We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. Standing before you is Arksambar. Looking at each of you in turn, you can see her eyes are judging and sort of piercing at you, trying to figure out if you're real, if this is an illusion.
We don't look like us, remember? It is an illusion.
It's actually true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for our appearance, Jessica. We've hidden our appearance magically so we don't get spotted.
Mm-hmm.
We came to you because, well, I can't message the Queen directly. And there's no one else to trust apart from yourself.
Will you not show yourselves?
I will. The spell... Can I cancel a spell now? I don't want to cancel. I say I'll need the spell to get out of here.
Wait.
But
I tell him to wait for a moment. I want to put on my Ring of True Seeing, and I want to look Arksambar up and down, and I'd like to look around for any scries or any spell like that. I think I should be able to see it with my Ring of True Seeing if there's one cast on it.
Yes, you very easily see that Arksambar is not really standing before you, that this is some sort of illusion or projection from another place, and that her physical, material, corporal body is not here. The rest of the room is pretty much abandoned as you left it. You see no active spells anywhere, other than the project self spell that keeps her here.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
You do catch a glimpse of Imric for a moment.
How's he looking?
I think I've already looked at Imric.
Yeah, I don't think we need to look very long. It's
I don't.
Yeah. Anton doesn't know that she's in. Yeah, so I wait.
do you trust us, or do you need more proof? Tyrael, show your sword, perhaps.
Sure. I mean, I can draw my blade for a few inches. She can see it glow a bit. It's platinum. Sheath it again.
Where were you?
Getting me.
Finding Anton.
Who are you?
Tyriel.
Which one of you is Imric and Tyriel and...
I am Imric. This is Anton. This is Tyriel.
Okay. She nods along.
We weren't gone for that long. I think by the time we passed the plane of air, the time moved strangely. Anton remembers being gone for 2 months. To us, it was maybe a few weeks.
How long have we been gone?
400 some days.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Clearly, things aren't good.
Are you in a safe place right now? Can anybody hear you or see you speak to us?
I am protected. And you are not being listened into by anyone else, as far as I know.
How's our command structure? Is everything still intact?
I would like to verify your identity before discussing anything like that.
You remember the memory that I showed you of the man you left on the altar? Your favorite memory, the one that you longed for to see the most?
That's a pretty good proof.
I nod.
I've been lied to before.
Anton will go into
anyone
great
else would know
detail
about that.
about
Yeah.
it.
She quickly waves you off once the detail becomes uncomfortable for her. Okay.
They think we're dead. Scoria, the rest of them. Mistria.
Many people think you're dead. I don't know what Scoria believes herself.
What did the queen think?
She said it didn't matter whether you were dead or abandoned or fled, or only the facts on the ground mattered that you were not here.
She lives then, the queen?
She does.
We have a chance to end this with an ambush or something, a trap.
Well, first,
give
what's
us a
happened?
rundown of what happened?
Yeah, what's happened? Clearly, the kingdom seems to be in a bit of disarray.
Once the brothers McGarry hadn't been seen for a month or so, Scoria became more bold, attacking towns. Spells were everything not covered by the Great Forest has been lost. Bontheris is half destroyed. Bon May is gone. Kirschwick is half destroyed. Everything else gone. Fickleglade, Grumpern, Solwick, Bergshire, Fenden, and the capital are relatively untouched. Bon Dundasir somehow also relatively untouched. Everything else just ruined.
Can you show us the world map real quick?
I mean, I'm thinking that's not actually as bad as I was expecting.
This is the world map as you remember it in the past. I have an updated map for you with new markings that you don't have access to yet.
Bon Dundasir. Okay.
On the other hand, our enemy has suffered greatly. Last winter, they had not enough food. Our spies have relayed information that the very old, the very young, the infirm, the weak were all given up as sacrifices to Scoria and her minions to ease the starvation happening. Feeding their very own people to Scoria and her harpies.
I assume that means Matava is still out of the war?
She nods. Matava is broken and destitute. Civil war rages inside their ranks. They are no longer a threat or a concern.
Well, we did it, boys.
Yeah, maybe we did.
Wait, that was for...
So there is still...
That was for the Matavans?
Yeah, the matriarchal society.
What of the Green Dragon's lair? Was it looted?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Good.
Well, we got untold
What did
wealth.
we get?
I don't know if that matters. It was just a lot of gold.
Well, surely they found the magic items.
There were 3 or 4 of them.
Yes.
The man in the corridor?
There were a great many untold treasures, vast sums of gold. Trapped in a corridor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there are bigger fish to fry now. We have succeeded in... God, I wish you could... We need to get you in the capital so I can just show you the maps.
Well, then take us. We can go now. We're under the skies.
She looks at the three of you. Come to the front gates. We'll just walk you in disguise. I'll come out and meet you.
Okay.
Is it safe? Clearly, we don't want to reveal that we're still alive if they think us to be gone, right?
Many people come and go into the castle as long as you are hidden. She sighs. There is an assassin that has been lurking the city streets. I have been searching for her, high and low. I do believe you had a run-in with her some time ago.
The same one?
Eric. I assume there can't be that many people with rings of invisibility.
The city's not safe for her now.
Well, if she has a ring of true seeing, like your Tyrael there, then your approach to the castle might be seen.
What about the wards on the gate? It won't cancel my seeming spell?
I'm not familiar with seeming well enough to know. But we can get you to the gates and hide you with physical blocks, shroud you with cloaks or shields or something.
Then let's go.
I can't imagine that. She would be lurking, waiting by the castle just to see who comes in. With a ring of true seeing activated at all times.
Yeah.
The chances of you being seen are low.
Yeah. Let us get off.
All right, let's go. So Tyrael can leave via the cellar. I will fly out. Anton can fly out, and then we'll meet back up somewhere and walk in, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
so
sure enough,
we pick like an alleyway we all know to meet back up.
Sure. You all meet back up an alleyway and make your way to the castle gates. And sure enough, there's a group of people there who, when they see the three of you approach, ask, are you here to see... who are you here to see?
Here to see the wizard.
They will nod and take some heavy shawls and drape them over your shoulders and then come, stand behind you facing towards the town square and, back away, protecting you as you cross the drawbridge and into the castle. And
I
there
check
on the
myself.
inside...
Does my seeming spell get cancelled?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, there's some sort of illusion purge or invisibility purge or something happening that does block your seeming spell, which means that the people within the castle at this point will recognize you for who you are.
Well, we
but
can
you still
still
have
go
these
in,
big, heavy cloaks that
yeah.
are on you. Yeah. And you can obscure yourself as much as possible.
Yeah.
Quickly, you'll be taken through back doors and side rooms until you end up in the old war room. You've been in here many times. It's empty now except for the three of you and Arksomber. The queen's not here. No generals, no Clertis, none of these things. But before you is a nice, clean new map of the area. You can see this new map, yeah? So X's are things that have been completely destroyed. A straight line through it means badly damaged. So if we look at the forests near Mystria, you'll see that this section of forest has been destroyed and removed. And this section of forest has been destroyed and removed. And 2 elven towns are completely destroyed, and 1 elven town is badly damaged, and Slagmire is badly damaged, and North Eridon has been sort of fucked up and badly damaged.
And even Akuba as well. What happened in Akuba?
I don't see anything.
Civil War.
Duh.
That's not Scoria's doing.
She shakes her head. Cyro, Zaket, Scoria's vanguard is somewhat responsible for. But most of that it comes from the Akuban Civil War. Unyaka was held under siege for a year? 2 years?
Well, if we're going to make use of the elements of surprise, we'll have to move quickly. There's 2 ways we can go about it, right?
Scoria's lair.
No, of course not. I have a plan, but I'm not... Well, I was thinking about it. What if the queen were to offer her surrender to Scoria? And we ambush it when it turns up.
I don't think she will go for that. That is
Why not?
that is a coin flip. If your ambush succeeds, the war is over. If your ambush fails, the war is over. That's over. It's
over,
risking
exactly.
everything on one last gambit.
You're saying the queen won't go for it?
I wouldn't go for it. It's a terrible idea.
What's
better?
the progress of the war right now? Where is the war headed?
Both sides have been ground down. They are starving. We have food to get through the winter, but we have distribution and crime problems, internal havoc. We outnumber them. Soldiers. We outnumbered their soldiers. I think 2-1, 2.5-1 right now. Our gear is better. Our training is better, but they are all, all at wit's end. Population of Mystria is down 70% since before the war. The old, the young, the sick, all gone, all or fled. It's Scoria is the only thing really standing in our way.
We're in a good
As
spot.
it was before.
And there's the matter of your mother.
Oh yeah, what happened to her?
Captured, held within the basements, the dungeons of Crownhold.
It's an unwelcome development.
It's an obvious trap.
Yes.
I think I cannot confirm her living. I can't see why they would kill her. I think it is a bait to get you there. Scoria has few forces herself left in Crownhold, mostly the Mystrian soldiers and warriors there. She has been training wizards, giving them just enough information, just enough learning to be able to read scrolls, and then risking their lives by reading scrolls outside of their range, risking their sanity and their souls.
How was she captured?
The keep.
Okay.
Not long after you were gone, the keep was
Where was
attacked.
Shine?
Shine was here in the capital.
Why?
You can ask her these things, but
Well,
it's war. Shine had to be somewhere. Unless she was going to sit upon your mother like an egg, they were going to be apart at some point in time.
we saw a vision of Shine fighting a blue dragon over the skies of Bontheris.
They're all
What is
gone
this?
now.
Where is that blue dragon from?
She shrugs. I'm not sure. Scoria had a few other friends that came around. Shine took care of them all. Hurt herself in the process.
She seems scarred, but is she still able to fight at full strength?
Yes. Blind in one eye, but fine otherwise. We had clerics who helped heal her. Can't repair the eye. We have lost some of our own. Almost all of the clerics here in the capital have been killed. I think at best we have a fourth circle cleric remaining.
It's always a silver lining, eh, brother?
My apprentices have been killed in and amongst the streets. I dare not go out. I dare not leave the castle. I know there is an assassin out there waiting for me.
That same assassin you think has killed your apprentices and now it hunts you?
I think it hunts anyone who could help the war effort.
Find this creature and slay it.
It's not the only one that there is a problem with. In the capital, acting as Scoria's eyes and ears and claws and fangs are two of her minions. Niar and Voltus Styros. Voltus Styros is the spellcasting wizard, I believe, diplomat in Crownhold that relays information between King Gilder and Scoria.
What is she doing here?
Crownhold, not Wicthron.
Sorry.
Yeah. A capable wizard in her own right, well armed with plenty of magical gear. And with her is Scoria's enforcer. I don't know what you want to call her, but the muscle that keeps Crownhold in line, an assassin wielding the the legendary dagger Ifan. I'm sure you remember the stories from the Age of Heroes.
I don't. Never studied much.
It's a dagger with dimensional blade cast on it, so it can ignore all armor except that provided by magic or mobility. Grants infravision. Has a well within it that seals and injects doses of poison that can be filled only on successful stab attacks, and imparts at will improved blink.
Jesus.
Wow.
In the hands of a rogue, it allows for deadly accuracy in backs, sides, weak spots.
That sounds terrifying.
She
You said these two are...
It sounds terrifying, but in the right hands, could be very useful.
You said these two are keeping a grip on Kronhold if they were to die.
The diplomat communicates. The assassin, the warrior, enforces Scoria's will. Ruthless, bloodthirsty. The point is to keep the people in line with fear. We think we have some spies scattered throughout there. We know more about her lands, her defenses. Kind of hurrying with haste now, she points to the wormwood near Dragon Peak. Scoria's lair is here. We know of 2 entrances still, one in the top of the mountains, one at the base. We suspect there are more, either in the Western Canal, the ruins of Vale, or somewhere in the Ruby River. There must be a 3rd entrance. No dragon would only have 2 entrances to their lair. At least not. There must be another one. We just can't find it. The whole wormwood is covered by wards that dispel invisibility and block teleportation. The woods are scattered with small patrols of goblins, hundreds of orcs in a large camp. The main base has ogres, trolls, orcs, and some giants. The upper defenses near the top peak are guarded by 50-some harpies, and then below that there are gargoyles once you're within the shaft of the mountain. The elves have left Drekis. They've pulled back. Their forests are destroyed. 2 of their cities are ruined. A 3rd is almost gone.
How does Scoria normally attack? Does she move on her own in the middle of the night, or does she come with armies, or how has she been destroying things?
Preferably with improved invisibility. She appears out of the sky sometimes, and other times there is just fire raining down from the sky in a cone of death, and she flies on without having broken it. Teleportation, we suspect, has been used to pull her back when she is in too risky of a position.
Does she ever come down and fight on the ground, or is it always with breath weapons?
I have not seen it. We have not heard of her doing anything on the ground, save when she is in Crownhold or within her lair. We know she has magic items. We've been able to identify some of them. She has a brooch, the effect of which is unknown. A few rings, the specific effects of which are unknown, and it's hard to tell if they're all magical, if there's only 2 magical. Our spies, can only get a rare glimpse of her in human form within the city of Crownhold and only at a distance, so exact identification is difficult. But the robe of eyes she wears in human form is believed to be active on her in dragon form too, giving her a sight that pierces invisibility and illusions, and 360 degrees around her at all times, so she is impossible to be snuck up upon. We've seen her with stone skin and haste. I already said improved invisibility.
Good spells. Highly recommended.
We haven't seen enlarge.
Thank God.
I mean, I'm sure they're sure to have it, but enlarge is really only useful in melee. Or perhaps crazy theories that she only appears with enlarge, and in fact she's actually quite a bit smaller, and it's all an illusion.
So,
what's the current plan? What's your guys' plan right now? What's the Queen's plan to end the war, or what is the current thought?
The current thought is Mystery is starving. Badly. They have used what they can to raid food from Eridon You'll notice, and she points over to Tharnham and Bluecliff and Confluence and Meadstead and shows you that they're all like badly damaged. They've raided some supplies from there, enough to sort of keep the army going, but the people are falling apart. The war machine there is falling apart. At a certain point, there just won't be people to defend things, and there won't be anyone to give or receive orders.
So what's their plan? How are they planning on counteracting this?
We don't have spies in their inner circles.
If we were to kill Scoria's minions in Crownhold, do you think the city would revolt? Maybe Gilda could be reasoned with.
I don't think the city would revolt. I don't think they have a chance. If they revolted, they would all die immediately. The best we can hope for is the power structure disintegrating and people just disappearing on their own, fleeing Mystria, leaving it empty, or just going about their lives. It's a dire situation up there. There's no knowing what would happen.
If we could get rid of Scoria's minions in Crownhold, and we could be there somewhat safely, in secret, perhaps we could catch Scoria in human form.
Perhaps. I don't know why she would take human form in Crownhold, but...
You said the spies had seen her there, right?
Rarely, yes.
It doesn't sound like it'd be reliable to wait for her to show up there.
No.
Somber nods her head enthusiastically. We could expect her to maybe incinerate those who would flee to try and keep them in line, but she'd need to appoint new people to oversee her efforts there. They could be replaced, probably not as powerful, but she could replace them with someone else rather quickly. The Wormwood to Crownhold is less than a day away.
Does the Queen know that we're alive?
No, I wasn't sure it was you.
How do you think she'll take it?
Well, perhaps it's best to just keep that secret for now, so that if there are spies...
Well, there's a few guards who know as well now.
Well, do they know it's us, or just that Arksomber came back to have a conversation with us?
With people in cloaks?
Yeah. Would you assume that it's...
Could be anything.
Yeah.
Could be anything. How about this?
Because we can move in the shadows and we can accomplish things around now without anybody knowing. Yeah. No spy should have any information because the Queen doesn't even know, right?
How do you... It seems like all of the issues is Scoria will fly away or fly. I think that we might be in a very opportunist position. I know we hate talking about this, but the weapon that Imric wielded was the only thing that could bring Scoria down reliably. Maybe Shine, we're living in the best of both worlds. Shine stays here, has no idea of our existence, and we can go off and kind of hero our way into the Wormwood. Maybe 3-man army it to Scoria. Maybe we find Scoria, we set up a trap, we shoot her off, we shoot her down. Shine protects the capital, and we just go off on our own. No one knows where we exist.
If you shoot her down with that bow, won't she just teleport away?
Imric, do you have an anti-teleport scroll? They've been using them on us.
They have, yeah. Maybe we could find one.
Wait, can you just teleport away? Isn't that a spell you'd have to cast and channel and all that? Or not? But
a concentration, yeah.
Dragons don't need to worry about that. Their spells can't be interrupted. Their innate abilities.
Oh.
They are greater beings than us, she says with disdain.
If she teleports away, then I don't think that she's going to be as ready to come out.
I don't think we should worry. I don't think... Maybe we should like shore up things around the kingdoms right now rather than focusing on trying to kill Scoria. I don't know if we'll have an opportunity right now. Well, I mean, it doesn't sound like there's going to be a time for her to make herself available to us, is there? Like
everything's in ruins, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here or there?
But it sounded like
Mystery is worse off.
Well, it sounds like when she's going to attack, she's coming from the air. She's not like on the ground. She's never in human form. We don't reliably even know when she's around her own kingdom. It sounds like she's still locked up in her mountains, like pretty steadfastly.
You don't think Shine could bring her out of the air?
Reliably? In Shine's condition? No. I don't even know if Shine wins that fight. Shine has no...
Shine would lose a fight between her and Scoria.
She might lose the fight. She only needs to bring her to the ground.
I don't think Shine can do that. Scoria.
Well, then we can't fight from the air. Then we must go to her lair or ambush her.
Yeah. The lair fight is almost. It seems like it will never work unless we've got like 100 people to run in with us and trigger all the traps first.
Well, the area around her lair is warded with anti-teleportation. If she fights you there within the woods, she can be grounded, or would have to at least come to the ground to fight you amongst the woods, and would not be able to teleport away, and could be lured into an area where she could not fly from.
Would she even come out there?
And
though?
Anti-invisibility wards within the wormwood would keep her from sneaking up on anyone.
What do you think is more wise? Do you think going after the 2 in Crownhold is wiser? Do you think that trying to do something with Scoria outside of her place is wiser, or do you think there's some other place that we'd best be allocated to?
If I were Scoria, if I were a red dragon, at least 1,000 years old, having conquered great territory, holding magical wards and items and having my minions, I would try to risk my own life as little as possible. I would play the safe long game. If I were Scoria, I could outlive all of my enemies. I could sit and let my people starve to death because I don't care about them, and wait for my enemies to just age out of capability. There's no reason Scoria can't just hole up in her mountain for the next 100 years until the situation is her most favorable form.
She hasn't been doing that at all.
She has not been. She has been coming out and harassing and burning, but only once she saw that the lot of you were gone. The moment she realizes you are back.
If she's like any of the other dragons we've fought, she'll hide in the deepest part of her lair as we approach until the last minute when she's forced to fight. I think we could probably walk in through the lair, but...
I'm sure the lair is studded with traps and minions and enemies.
Yeah, the problem is, would we be in one piece by the time we faced her? Would we even stand a chance?
Well, you could tear down the lair piece by piece. There's no reason it needs to all be done in one quick thrust.
Our previous plans involved marching men into Crownhold, forcing her to come out and fight or to hide in our lair.
That might still be doable. We might lose.
If we can't bring her down from the air, what can we do? She could fly over the army and burn everyone, and we'd be powerless to stop it.
She can't fly over the army. She would die.
How?
Archers.
They can't hit without +2 arrows.
Wait, how the fuck was our dragon getting hit?
Magic missile.
Yeah.
There's no way that then we have magic missile. There's no way she could fly over our army. That's not possible. I refuse to believe the dragon would just fly over the army.
But do we have wizards to magic missile?
If we were doing like a main assault, yeah, we would have some kind of wizards or something, right? For sure.
If we gathered all spellcasters who could participate in this, I think there's enough to give her a real threat. Magic missile is a terrifying spell, but Clertus has been trying to identify that brooch on Scoria's lapel when she was seen in human form.
Shield.
Perhaps its shield,
There are only a few brooches that we are aware of. One of them is the brooch of shielding, which absorbs incoming magic missile spells specifically.
How many?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
Well, up to a point at which the brooch has dissipated of its magic and falls apart. There's no way to know if it can absorb 1 more or 100 more. But I think we are...
Given how they attacked Shine, she's obviously aware of this strategy. It makes sense that she'd have that.
Well, so let's talk about this. We have no way to currently ground Scoria. Mm-hmm. What is our goal here? Is our goal to kill Scoria or to secure the nation?
I think the goal is to continue to wear them down, I think.
Okay. Then I think our best course of action would be to reveal ourselves, because that makes Scoria hide and go back in her hole. Okay. And then over the next 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, 3 years, we can slowly wear them down with our superior army.
10 more seasons, Morty. 10 more seasons.
Because Scoria doesn't attack unless we're gone.
True. Shouldn't we? Could we kill her minions if we're still like unknown to be alive? I feel like we should do that before we reveal ourselves.
Yeah, we should use the element of surprise to grant the largest blow we can. I think we should
go to Crownhold, kill the people there, and get our mom back.
I think so. Base.
In your absence, we have vanquished her enforcers and her vanguard. Shine has taken care of all of her dragon allies that she may have had in secret. They're certainly all gone by now. Her wizard Belarius, who guards her lair, is still confirmed to be alive. Her cleric Zarthon, the dwarven cleric of Verossi, is assumed to be alive but has not been seen in many years now. King Gilder is still alive. But her allies are fewer now, much fewer.
We're going to do this assault on Crownhold, just the three of us. I think it is important to talk about what magical weapons or items came out of the Green Dragon's lair that you found.
I'll have to search the notes. Clortis takes care of those things. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, either way, we should rest for a few days to
I agree.
Reflect on our journeys, brothers, because a lot has transpired.
Of the notes to look at, if all of the enforcers are dead and all the other people, etc., there should be even more items, but I assume some of those have already been passed out.
Divvied up.
Yes.
Perhaps somebody came across some magical boots.
Perhaps they came across another magical spear.
Or a magical bow, perhaps.
Or a head slot. Wrist.
So, we travel to Crownhold in secret, right? Teleport outside the city like last time.
I think that it's going to be three brothers in secret assaulting Crownhold. Yes.
Our plan is not to keep ourselves secret from Shrine, correct?
You guys already got all the gear from the Green Dragon, by the way.
What gear?
It was.
Yeah, you were very disappointed.
Okay, good. Just making
sure.
You
were very upset. Remember there were pipes of haunting in there?
Oh, yeah, the pipes of haunting.
Yeah.
Who could forget?
Oh, upset.
It's feeling a little spooky in here.
Don't worry, Scoria won't be able to get you as long as you play these pipes. I'll scare her up.
Hey man, those are cool pipes. You don't know what you're talking about.
I really wanted to go kill that giant green dragon today, but I don't know. I don't like the sound of this song.
Did they get anything from the enforcers or the other people?
Yes, magic items were gathered but given to the leaders who helped bring them down. That was part of their reward.
Okay, well, for my end, I don't think we should keep our return secret from Shine.
I think we should currently.
What do you think, Cyril?
Repeat that last thing again?
I don't think we should keep our return secret from Shine. Like, I think
I'm just trying to think of what advantage do we get from telling her.
Well, just,
None. She just says, I'm glad you're back.
So why?
But there are advantages to not tell her.
Yeah, so why would we tell her?
I just think we owe her that. And perhaps we can, act in a more joined up way.
Is there anything that she can help us with? Like, if we do go to Crownhold, she's not
not coming.
Okay, fine, but we tell her when we're back from Crownhold then.
Yeah, everyone's going to know then. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, fine.
I don't know if this matters to you, but Shine has been a true hero and champion through this last year and change.
That's good.
She has acted selflessly in defending cities. She's given up her sight and much of her strength. She has suffered tremendously, and she has never balked.
I will reward her. I will fix her.
Okay.
It seems like she's truly a good gold dragon.
Indeed. She deserves our respect.
She does.
Okay. So, are we going to rest, plan for Crownhold, and reflect on our adventure?
We stay in the keep, right?
Yeah, our keep. Up on our attic, yeah.
Oh, you think do you not think we stay here?
Oh. As long as we're not going to be seen around here.
I can make up a room in the castle for you.
Yeah.
It won't be that difficult to keep you hidden. It'll be a lesser room, not a fancy noble room where we could keep someone without the queen being aware of it. Although I hate to keep secrets from her. Is there any
She'll know
reason?
soon enough.
Are we sure we don't want to tell her?
I'm not against telling her personally.
She might suspect treachery on your part if you're gone for a year and then take up residence in her home without telling her.
I think it would be okay if the queen knew. She's family after all.
We won't go to the throne room though. You'll unfortunately have to ask her to come here.
Tell her.
Yeah, you can pass a message along in private. Make sure that only her
in private
guards are around, like nobody else can ever hear or know.
We'll make up one of the empty servants' rooms for you.
Okay.
Tell her we're going after Mom.
Jessica, I'm going to be studying some spells while we're here. Can you, if I request some books, can you bring them to me?
She pauses. Her back goes stiff as she starts to look around the room.
Oh no.
She chants the words, which you recognize very quickly, to a detect magic spell as she scans the area, and then shakes her head. Sorry, I thought.
Is this place not protected?
It should be, and it seems fine.
Can I activate my ring of seeing? I don't think I used that 2 days ago yesterday, so can I activate it? Do I see anything?
Yeah, you can activate it. Mm-hmm. You'll glance around the room. The obvious, the things you are aware of are magical. Arc Somber is magical and has, gear and shit. There, a couple of the lights in the room are magical lanterns that can be turned bright or dim at will by touching them. But there's no other unexpected magic here.
I don't know where we keep the party sheet, but there should be other bags of holding somewhere. I would like to get one.
Me and Cyril both carry one.
Yeah, but didn't we get 3 or 4 more?
There's 4 more bags of holding, 250 pounds, and there might be one more backpack of holding, 1,000 pounds. It's on the party sheet. It just depends.
I think there was only 2 1,000 ones, right? That's why I didn't have one.
Oh, okay. Then I'm removing it from the other sheet.
Yeah.
That home sheet should have everything that we could have, right?
Yeah, it just depends on where it is.
The party sheet is just under the PCs tab or folder.
Oh no, he's asking where physically in the world it is.
Where physically in the world are these items? Because if they were at our castle, they're probably gone. If there were some in this castle, they're probably here.
I think most of your possessions you keep in Withron Rarenta. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the castle was still under construction, so a few things might have been kept there, but most of your stuff was kept in the main building.
And our house is still standing, so
yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so you should be able to gear yourself back out. But yeah, can Oxford bring me some books?
Well, yeah. What do you need?
Yeah. Well, I'll send you a list. But
I need enlarge.
Mm-hmm.
For the level up, I don't think Anton should get a level up in cleric, if he gets a level up at all.
I think
I'll fight for a fighter level because Anton was in there.
He was in there.
He was in the
I
mouth.
was just gonna say levels across the board because that's more fun and that way everyone kind of progresses together. If you want to voluntarily not take a level in cleric for your own reasons, I am okay with that. But I won't fight you on it one way or the other.
Anton will one day be swapping to a rule, so I would like that cleric level for then.
Okay.
Could roll for it.
We'll see how that works out.
On a D100. 10 or less, he doesn't get it. 10 or 11 or above, he gets it on a D100. Wait, do you think so?
Let's do 25 or
You want to do 25?
We'll do 25. That way there's actually something
You want to do 25? Right. Wait, do you want
25 or less? Anton won't get a cleric level.
Right.
Okay.
Woo. There you go.
All right.
Nice work.
What are our HP gains?
2
per level,
I think.
For a fighter, you get 3. For a rogue or cleric, you get 2. For a wizard, you get 1. And we're averaging these things, right? So Tyrael will gain 3 and 2 divided by 2 is 2.5. Anton will get 2.5. Emmerich will get 2.
55 HP, baby. I'm back.
Nice.
Okay. We are now at 2.5 attacks per round, correct?
Are you 14th level fighters?
13th.
Yes. 13.
13th.
Did we get weapon proficiencies as well?
Sorry, how much HP did we get? Is it just one per class?
You get 2 total.
2 total, okay.
Sorry, bud.
Because you get 3 for fighter and 1 for wizard, and they have to be averaged. So.
Yeah.
Fighters with expertise like y'all. Yep, at 13, you get 2.5 for attacks per round.
Yep.
Based.
What about with the bow?
Nick, do you know if we get a new weapon proficiency?
Check. Fighters.
Levels divisible by 3 get new weapon proficiencies for fighters.
So no.
Did we get one last time?
We
At
should
12th?
have.
You've got expertise with a bow, Imric,
Yep.
and not a sword.
Not a sword.
Okay, then you get 4 attacks per round with your bow.
Nice. So 16 attacks around with haste and the fucking machine gun bow.
The machine gun bow just doubles your rate of fire, right?
Yeah.
So that would be 8 and 16. Yes, you become the proper Legolas.
How many weapon proficiencies do you have, Nick?
I don't know, dude.
Can you count on your skills area?
1, 2, 3, 6, 7.
Okay. I have 7 as well. I was just trying to make sure if I missed one, because Anton needs a sword if I need one. Okay. So we get 2.5.
2 to hit. It'll be fine.
All right. We get 2.5 attacks per round. No weapon proficiencies. I might get more spells.
What does 2.5 mean? Every other round you get 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then haste we get 5 attacks per round instead of.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What
Plus
level
your
7
offense.
spells exist in Oxombar's library, Neal? Do you know?
None.
Does she have any? No, not at all.
0.
Can you just-
0.
I hate to make you get the book out. Can you remind me what's in the Alcaster spellbook?
Yeah.
I think it's Reincarnation, Simulacrum.
We could do our break now and you can figure all this out if you want.
Yeah, let's do the break right now.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. Here we are in the castle. Our party gets shown to a proper place to rest, well within the keep. One of these old servants' rooms. There's 4 beds in here, and the rooms gets made up for the 3 of you.
Real
Arc
quick.
Somber. Oh, go ahead.
Fuck. Do you have the list of updated saves for Rogue?
Yeah.
Do I get new ones at 16?
I think the best saves you're going to get are going to be your warrior saves.
No.
Rogues
shot,
get
really.
new saves at 17. Warriors get new saves at 13.
What are the
which
new
is
saves
where
we got
you
for?
are.
I'm going to tell you, it's going to be 5, 7, 6, 5, 8.
Wait, are you
We want
sure?
Lower is better.
Yeah.
Did those just all massively improve?
They just jump down.
Okay, you said 5, 7.
7. Oh, yeah, 6, 5, 8, I believe.
5, 7,
5.
6, 5, 8.
7, 6, 5, 8. Okay.
They just jumped.
Based.
I think they all improve by 2,
Or 3.
except for breath weapon, which improves by 3.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
That's the important one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So I don't think we can fail a lot of our saves anymore.
Well,
Unless we hit a 1, 2, or
1, 2, 3.
that's pretty,
Yeah. So our party finds themselves in this room. Arc Somber says that she will, of course, have servants bring you food. And to maintain your hidden personality, the servants will just leave the food outside. This will surely draw questions, but questions are fine. The queen is going to be brought as well. You have to leave your chamber pots and your dishes outside for them to be, taken away and whatnot. The queen will be told that you're here, and you could expect her shortly, probably with some of her bodyguards, because she's never without them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well then, you have half an hour before the queen arrives if there's anything you want to do.
It's just us, Arksomber, and are there any guards here, or is it just the three of us and Arksomber?
Just the three of you. Arksomber's gone to get the queen. Nobody else. Just three.
I mean, we'll just discuss how we're gonna get into Crownhold, I guess.
Cool.
Well, how's the queen feeling? I'll ask Arksomber.
About
everything. What's her general disposition?
Sour.
Okay.
And then
she spoke of us at all? I'm curious what she thinks about us. Does she think we fled? Does she think we died? Does she think we...
It is known that you sought a way to rescue your brother, and that you did not return.
Okay.
I think most people assume the worst. The queen keeps her opinion close to her chest, and she's a wise enough, educated enough woman to know that anything is possible when it comes to magic and interplanar travel, so we'll see.
Okay.
And she leaves. And half an hour later, the queen comes back with her bodyguard in tow. There is a gentle knock on your door.
We open it, or wait, but yeah, somebody, yeah.
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 And in through the door steps the queen herself, Valuria Wick, your aunt. Her face is weathered and worn by the war. She looks 5 years older than the last time you saw her, even though a year has passed. Her bodyguard is right behind her. In fact, it's two bodyguards coming in right behind her. Hands already resting on the hilts of swords, probably permanently attached to the hilts of their swords at this point. And the three of them shuffle into this smallish room lit by a few candles. Queen looks to the three of you, steps forward, and slaps Tyrael in the face. Just a single one.
Do I get it?
And as it's coming, Tyrael, you know that you could probably dodge this, right? She's like a fifth level wizard,
I could dodge
right? You
it
can
in
easily
her
dodge.
post. I could run my blade through her heart.
You could get her right now.
You could do so much. But she's the queen. If you dodge this, it sets a tone for your relationship. If you block this or like grab her arm, it could
wrist.
mean bloodshed immediately by those bodyguards.
Good. I don't.
So the question is, what do you do?
I'll step.
Do you let you take it?
Sure.
Okay.
Like a bitch.
She's our aunt. Have some respect.
Yeah. A moment passes after the slap, and she steps forward and wraps her arms around you and gives you a kiss on the cheek, saying, "By the gods, I'm so glad to see you." And then immediately to to Anton, arms around him, holding you close.
No slap.
Anton, no slap for you. Anton, I am so glad that you're back with us. I cannot express anything but
more than you
gratitude
know to
for
be
you.
home.
And then she goes to Imric as well and puts her arms around him, but quickly releases and starts to look around the room for a moment and, says to one of the guards, get some servants. I think these pots are still dirty. And the guard steps outside and just kind of drags one of the two empty chamber pots and sets them in the hallway, shuts the door again.
It's been a while.
It has been far, far too long. I thought I would never see you again.
We feared the same. I'm sure there'll be time later to fill you in on our misadventures in the other realms, but we've spoken for a while with Arksomber, and now we come to you, I guess, with an offer, a suggestion for us to slay the minions of Scoria in the city of Crownhold, hopefully rescue our mother. What do you think of this?
I think it's a trap, and I think that family comes first, and she must be rescued even if it is a trap.
Base, Anton says. Then it's settled.
If it's a trap, it'll make finding her minions in the city easier. They'll be waiting for us.
We know that she's held within the dungeons, and at least the ledger out front still says that she's alive. We have lost a few people. Many good men have lost their lives to bring us this information and the information of the Wormwood. Tyrael, some of your men and the rest of your family, some of your soldiers are no longer with us. I can have a ledger of the dead brought to you.
Please do. What of the wizard and the wayfarers from Eridon? You recall, I arranged a meeting for you with them.
Not Vega. The wayfarers are still all alive, save Teresa, who died afar long ago. They are currently scouting through Mystria, looking for any bit of information that would be useful.
Good.
And then returning back here with it as they can find it. Vega and Hans are currently alive and near the Ironbark Grove, I believe, near Stout End, surveying enemy. There's some wizards over there. It doesn't matter. They're out there. Sylvia and Benji are dead. What? Forgive me, I can't remember the names of the rest of your men.
I had a mysterious old man named Montum, and a slightly annoying gnomish rogue named Mr. Hest.
He was the best.
I think the gnome is dead. The other one, the older gentleman, to be honest, I haven't the foggiest. Maybe Clortis might have the notes somewhere. There's so many dead these days. Your personal bodyguard is mixed. Vance, your mother's bodyguard is dead. Winthrop is dead. Vash and Brangang still hold your keep in town and maintain your men here. Bartico, I believe, is around, or did he just die? I can't remember.
Things are bad for us, but it seems like we're winning the war still.
Well, you can thank the Caledonian expedition for bringing in more than enough money to well supply our granaries. About a quarter of the income from that was immediately put to long-term war supplies, which we are absolutely dipping into now.
What of the Green Dragon's millions of gold?
We were told there
Fantastic.
were untold riches in there, yes.
Untold riches. The coffers are filled to the brim, but that does not put food, it does not grow grain. No amount of gold can make it sprout from the ground when there is none. Thankfully, our granaries were full before last winter, and we will be more or less fine through this one.
Good.
Good indeed.
Hey then.
I feel a need to say that whilst it may have been reckless for us to go searching through the plains, we did not dawdle. We made it back here as quick as we could. It just seems the flow of time was not in our favor.
I understand.
I'm back, and I have a new perspective on life. I hope to be of service for many years.
She glances at your amulet of Elthara that dangles from your neck. How new?
The amulet of Elthara would be hidden, probably. He's not showing it as proudly as he used to.
Okay. She glances to where it is then and repeats the question.
Something to be discussed in the future. My current eyes lie on Scoria and bringing back our family.
Mm-hmm.
What vengeance is left after such a beast is finally slain?
None, Imric. It'll just be the home. The family of the hearth.
Well.
Anything else to discuss?
Do you have a way for us to get into Crownhold? Do you have spies who can smuggle us? If not, we can figure it out, but...
I think it's probably better that the fewer people that know we're alive, the better. We can figure out ways in and out.
We'll get in.
Imric, you've polymorphed self, right? Couldn't you turn into a fish and swim up the Royal River into Crownhold and unpolymorph yourself within there, memorize a spot, teleport out, teleport in with your brothers?
Indeed. In fact, we've spent time in Crownhold before. I think we can teleport straight there.
I'm sure you'll find a way in. That seems to be the least of your troubles now. If you can find Anton in the infinite expanse, I imagine getting into a city or a building should be no trouble at all for you.
Indeed. Is the city under lockdown? Does Crownhold accept visitors?
There are people traveling in and out, yes, but they are under watch and under guard.
Do they expect an attack?
What does that mean?
You know, is the city defended like with Thronderenta?
Yes, of course it's defended. It's the capital city of the enemy. What the fuck are you talking about?
He hit his head on the on the way here, my queen.
Yeah, I guess so.
What of my wife and my child? I say, questioning.
Your child is healthy. Your wife is alive. They both survived the sieges on Outlast. The city built into a hill has kept it safe from Scoria's fire for the most of it is, half of it is destroyed, half of it is still there. Homes are still there, coffers, grain supplies, but the outer area is ruined and destroyed.
Good to hear.
What of
Is it?
What of my future?
I've heard what happened.
I was a troubled man. Anton looks down at his feet, ashamed.
Now your wife is a troubled woman.
She looks back to Tyrael. My daughter is fine. Well, thank you.
That's his wife, right?
Famia, or what the fuck was her name?
Keep my wife's name.
Fame?
Famia?
Yeah, Famia. And that's good.
Yeah.
She's older now. I'm happy.
The age gap is shorter.
Did you get married? You got married to her?
Not yet. We're betrothed. Betrothed?
Didn't you?
Betrothed.
I thought the two of you got married
I
already.
thought you did.
Did we?
I
Yeah,
thought you
there
did.
was.
Yeah, you did.
It happened just after Anton got married, like a month later.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
Emmerich forever alone.
No one cares. It's women.
True. Well,
Okay, well-
I'm gonna spend a week relaxing and learning some spells.
Are you now?
Go fuck up some shit and
Oh, actually, that is true. I've heard tales of an assassin. It's roaming the city.
Yes.
What was the last target this assassin attacked? Or is there somebody that's been keeping tabs on his movements closely?
No one has kept tabs on their movement. They have a ring of invisibility and are very hard to find. It's difficult to know who has been a victim of the assassin since it happens quickly and out of sight. When when a cleric dies, we assume it's the assassin. But when an officer falls out of a window and breaks their neck, is that an assassin or is that a careless man who's drunk on watch? There have been an unusually high number of accidents, but some of them are statistically likely to be honest. Others, the chaos of war and refugees and the burning cities. She shrugs.
Can you give us a list of people that you know were killed by the assassin?
Yes.
Maybe 5 or 6 of them?
Yes. The clerics. All the clerics in town that are dead have been killed by the assassin, most definitely.
Arksambar's apprentices are no longer walking around invisible. They're dead, yes?
She had 2, they are both slain.
Do you have anybody walking around invisible on the streets? Can we slay anyone we see invisible?
She pauses.
that seems a bit far.
I delegate tasks. There is some delegation to find this person. I don't know how well it is. I don't know the details of the operation, but if you see someone walking around invisible, I would stop them and sort it out. Surely they will know you to be the McGarry brothers and not fight you, and plead for their life and say, no, I work for so-and-so. And that could be sorted rather easily. I wouldn't kill them on sight, but, arrest them. Don't you have hold person or something?
Yeah, we can figure it out.
I do.
Web?
We'll want to go as seeming, though, but...
Seeming?
It's a spell that Imric has. It's above your wizardry circle, my queen.
Disguise ourselves as nondescript folk.
You are hiding your arrival?
Yes. We don't want anyone to know.
Well, then it's probably best that you leave any assassins in the city until after you're ready to reveal yourself.
Agree.
Else, someone casting spells in the city streets and not being arrested or stopped by the guards would be a bit of a giveaway.
Imric has a spell that he could cast on me and Tyrael in the morning. We can go out, 24-hour of invisibility, and anyone we attack during said invisibility, we won't be revealed. As long as we don't walk into the castle, our invisibility potion shouldn't go away, etc.
True, but then our people who are looking for an invisible assassin would probably come after you.
They wouldn't be able to get us, I promise you that.
Just don't hurt them.
Understood.
We'll figure it out.
I trust that you will.
Okay.
Is there anything that you need immediately?
Got any magical boots?
Magical boots?
Yeah.
Don't you have magic boots?
If I had a pair of magical boots, I probably wouldn't be asking for some. Our adventures were perilous in those other dimensions. Some of our items were destroyed. Did I lose anything besides my magical boots? Was there another item?
I lost the Amulet of Recall, and I think you lost something else.
I feel like I lost a second thing.
I'll take a wrist slot if you have that, my queen.
I'm afraid the coffers of magic items
shocking.
are empty.
Damn. Okay. Well, we brought back a lot of shit.
It's been a busy time.
That's okay. You don't have that. Oh, I'm sorry. Did we make any? That dragon that we killed. Are those scales strong for dragon armor?
A little.
They should be stronger than what we've got, yeah.
They should be stronger than what most people will ever have.
Then they should have been making dragon armor out of the new dragon corpse, right?
Well, the queen is obviously wise, Tyrael, of course.
Of course she is.
Yes.
She's probably got 12
as best
sets.
as they can.
Of course.
There's just very few people who can work dragon armor, and so the building process is slow.
Oh yeah, maybe
right?
only
you can
once
only really
every...
make one set every like 6-8 weeks or something.
Oh yeah, for sure. So you've got what's the AC of that? I'm sure you've got one of those laying around somewhere. Yeah.
28, 18 minus 4. I think it's 24 AC on that dragon scale armor.
Wait, am I
So
wrong?
it's 14 AC?
Plus 14 AC, yeah, sorry.
Okay, my gold's 15.
I think so.
So that should be better than anything you guys have.
Yeah, because my green dragon armor is
13? 12?
kind of, yeah.
Yours got +3 enchantments on it, though, right?
Yeah, but my ring of protection doesn't work then. So
Yeah, you don't need saves anymore either.
well, I don't think the green dragon armor was giving us saves. The +3 on the armor, was it?
If you have the...
I thought
No,
Wouldn't
if
it
you've
give you
got protection
saves
items.
rather than your ring of +2?
I don't think I was getting a +3 save from the green dragon armor. I was just getting +3 to AC. I was getting +2 save from my ring of protection, but no AC from the ring of protection. But
Oh.
because we said that
sounds right.
Yeah.
Sounds
No, sorry.
yeah.
Okay. Well, can I? I'm sure you've got one of those sets laying around in the castle somewhere. Can I swap, or with a soldier, or with a knight, or somebody? Maybe her guards have a. Technically, my
You want to give up your dragon armor for someone else's?
Yeah, and technically, it's a good trade for them. Mine should be worth a lot more actually, because mine is 15 AC. It's 12 plus 3, and theirs is 14 AC. So it should be an improvement to them actually.
Then that should be a pretty easy swap to make.
I want something else too, though. Magical boots.
Well,
not?
we
Or I
might
don't know.
pull some from the corpses of these people in Crownhold.
Maybe, yeah. But yeah, okay. Can I trade that on my sheet then? I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. So you're gonna get 14 AC green dragon armor, and you are giving to another person here which armor?
Green dragon armor +3, and it's 12 AC green dragon armor.
Okay. So they're getting a +1 to AC, essentially.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Because now my ring of protection +2 will provide me +2 AC again, so I'm getting a 1 AC bonus.
He gets an extra AC.
So I'm back up to 28.
Excellent.
Cool.
Is it excellent?
Okay.
Well, I took a sword proficiency. For anyone wondering.
Okay.
I spend the week learning spells, Neal.
You spend the week learning spells. Yes. Now, we chatted during our break about these spells, which is kind of why the break took a bit.
I picked some non-problematic ones, I think.
Some fun ones, I hope.
Some fun ones, yeah.
Limited Wish?
No. Well, one question about Limited Wish if you want to answer it. It says it can replicate any 7th or lower spell. But it says you've got to be careful with the wording. Now, my thinking is that if you want to replicate any spell with it, it's not just a case of cast Prismatic Spray. It's like cast a barrage of colors that will have these effects, and it might take like multiple rounds to cast it. Because if it's literally just cast any 7th level spell, no matter what, then it's the greatest spell ever.
Right. Let me take a look at the source book. 234. It can reduce... No. This spell can, for example, Limited Wish can restore some hit points or all hit points for a limited duration lost by the wizard, so just yourself. You can't heal other people with it, clearly. It can reduce opponent hit probabilities or damage, increase duration of some magical effect, cause a creature to be favorably disposed to the wizard, mimic a spell of 7th level or less, and so on.
Yeah.
So I don't think that means you get to just cast any spell of 7th level or less, because some of these things here are like, how do you say? If you can restore some of your hit points or all of your hit points for a limited amount of time, that is probably... Isn't there like a regeneration spell or something that would do more than that?
I think. But I've just read that every time you cast it, you lose a year of your life, so...
That doesn't matter.
We're not long for this world.
Oh, wait, do you grow older, or do you lose a year?
It says the spell ages the caster.
Oh, well, I can just bring you back.
I just don't want Limited Wish.
You just don't take it, yeah.
Yeah, I know what I'm going to pick, Neal, if you want me to roll.
Yeah, so I think the mimicking of spells will be more limited. It's not just cast any spell of 7th level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well,
so what are you going to play?
Probably going to fail them all anyway, so it's 65% chance. Steven, tell me what to roll. Should I roll low?
What are you rolling for?
Well,
I would do roll low, but like plus 10. Oh. So like from 10 to 75. That's like a good range, I think.
10 That's to 74.
Yeah, 10 to 74.
Okay. So we're going to do Power Word Stun first.
Oh,
just to clarify, Power Word Stun would not get stopped by free action, right? Because it's like a mental stun.
Wait. Also do 15 to 79. Let's get a little bit more out there. 15 to 79, okay?
Okay, change it, Neal.
Okay.
Reeling and unable to think coherently or act for the duration, depending on its current hit points. Of course, the wizard must be facing the creature, and the creature must be within range of 5 yards per experience level of the caster. Creatures with up to 30 hit points are stunned for 44, up to 60 for 2d4, up to 90 for 1d4, and over 90 hit points are not affected.
No save,
right?
If
a creature is weakened so that its hit points are below the usual maximum, the current number of hit points are used. No saving throw, magic resistance does apply.
Yeah, okay. So I'm rolling for that. 1579.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Woo!
Oh, nice.
Power Word Stun. Wonderful spell.
Next is Persistence. So for chat, what this does is, it's kind of like Contingency in that you cast Persistence plus another spell. So say you cast Fly and the duration is 3 hours. It allows you to use that, like turn the Fly spell on and off over the next 15 days and just use the duration in bits. So if I just needed to fly up a cliff, I could just turn it on and use like 2 minutes and turn it back off.
Jeez.
Kind of like permanent fly.
Could you run like 20 different spells that way, or what?
No, I think it's just one at a time. I'll double check that.
What's the chance?
Same again.
Okay, this is a good range. 15 to 79 is a good range.
Yeah.
Couldn't you just... Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, 2 out of 2.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Okay, and the last one is Prismatic Spray, which is like a giant color spray that does a random effect. And I think it's like, do 20 damage, do 40 damage, do 60 damage, do 80 damage, turn to stone, instantly die. And it's random. Every time everyone gets hit, you roll a d8 and they just get one of those effects.
Did you say 80 damage?
Inflicts 80 damage, save versus spell for half. Holy shit. Save versus poison or die. Survivors suffer 20 points of damage. Save versus petrification or be turned to stone. Save versus wands or go insane. Save versus spell or be sent to another plane. Jesus.
I think 20 to 84. You might have to bump this one up a little. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Be careful.
Oh! We would have passed on the 1075. Okay, we didn't go for his max.
Right. We tried.
Whew.
I'll take them, though.
Okay. A week spent resting.
Nope.
Recuperating, adjusting back to this plane. No?
I think that we're going to go and kill the spy, no?
We have questions.
You guys
you wanted to level, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean we can't
Oh,
do anything?
That just means you took some downtime to rest,
Yeah,
right?
that's fine. Can I, while we're resting, I asked for a list of the clerics that were killed in the city. Can we time pull each of those assassinations to start to get a feel for how the assassin works? I want to see time of day they're attacking, styles of attack, do they normally stab, do they ever push, what they do afterwards, to see if we can see them at all. I don't know if my Ring of True Sight will allow me to see through the illusions in the time pool or what.
Yeah, totally, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you can time pool these. You can get the list. You can do the time pools, but I don't think the Ring of True Seeing will work through it unless time pool. For some reason, I don't think time pool allows you to cast spells through it.
It allows you to cast some spells through it, if not. I'm not sure.
Magic.
Yeah, you can use persistence with improved invisibility, right, Nick?
No, it says any spell that augments the wizard's natural abilities, detect magic, protection from evil, jump, infravision, fly, wraith form, or other caster affecting spells can be made persistent. So caster affecting, maybe a bit of invisibility works.
It doesn't improve or augment your existing abilities.
Proves my ability to not be seen.
Get fucking destroyed.
And they trust you with financial transactions?
they do. I'm probably just going to use it for fly, I think. I'm going to set up a contingency with the stone skin like before, Neal, so when stone skin runs out, it recasts. And I'm going to use persistence on fly so I can turn fly on and off. It needs a crystal chalice worth 2,000 gold pieces, I'm assuming.
Cannot cast spells through time pool. What was the other thing I was looking up? I can't remember anymore.
So True Sight won't work through time pool.
Correct. True Sight won't work through time pool, but when you get the list of clerics who have been killed and you can time pool their deaths, you can see most of the details, right?
Sure.
Hopefully it'll just be like someone appears and shoves them out of a window, or, dagger appears in their back or something. And so let's just go through the 5 clerics who have been killed in town, starting with the highest and going down to the lowest. The first... What?
Do you want 5 checks?
I would love 5 checks.
Here you go.
Ooh,
2
those
fails,
first 2 are definitely fails, yeah. So the first 2 you don't time pool, but the first one you do have a pretty good written account about. It was the former High Cleric who was stabbed in the back, in the middle of a ceremony, in the middle of the streets. It was definitely one of these... There are 3 types of assassinations. The assassination type where you don't want anyone to know it was an assassination. You just want them dead, but to look like an accident. An assassination where you want it to be public so everyone knows that this person is being killed and murdered. And then the third, it doesn't really matter. This is the second type. This High Cleric was killed in the streets, in broad daylight, the assassin appearing behind her with a dagger sort of shoved up through the delicate parts of the armpit, severing all sorts of veins and arteries, bleeding out on the spot before disappearing into the crowd. That was pretty early on. The second one was known assassination, found dead in bed with a throat slit, but she failed the time pool. The third one was the next highest cleric up, and they were found dead as well. but not in a bedroom, just sort of like in an alleyway that they shouldn't have had any reason to be in. And so when you time pool this, you can see, you know, a jolly, rosy-cheeked cleric coming out, kind of wobbling a little bit. Maybe he's had a little bit too much of that communion wine or whatever. And then sort of appearing directly behind him, grabbing him round the face, putting a dagger into his throat, which doesn't fully kill him, and then dragging him, you know, between a couple of buildings in the evening. It looked like he was maybe on his way to an outhouse or, you know, to go piss on the side of the church or in a bush or something like that. And just snatched away while no one else was around.
Okay.
The fourth one, also at nighttime. This was in a private domicile. The cleric had come to pay rites, like do the death rites to an older warrior, not quite a general, but more like a colonel or something, who had died. Just not from battle, just kind of got sick and worn down. People do die of normal causes, of the ordinary stuff. Healing magic wouldn't save them. And so the cleric came to give them last rites, and through the window, breaking glass, entering into the room, grabbing the cleric round the head, jumping back out the window with them, falling to their death. And then, you know, as they landed, stab, stab, stab. You can see the other people in the room sort of freaking the fuck out as the glass breaks, and the assassin jumps in, grabs the cleric, and jumps back out. You can hear the sound of the crunching below, and the people in the room, the other warriors in the room who are all flabbergasted and taken by surprise, do try to follow after. A young man goes to the window and tries to lower himself down and falls, you know, 3 stories. Tries to engage the assassin, but the assassin finishes the job and gets away before it's too late. And the last one.
This guy came flying in through the window, and it was like on an upper level?
3rd floor through the window. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep. The last one in this situation, a cleric sweeping the steps in the evening, and there's like the sound of something breaking, and the cleric immediately snaps up and starts looking around. You can see fear and worry on her face in the time pool. And she calls out, like, "Who is it? Is someone there? Are you coming for me?" And then a voice calls out, "Yes, I am coming for you." And appearing before her, knife in hand, other knife in other hand, a short battle. The cleric tries to get a spell off, but it's not fast enough. And the cleric dies to stab wounds in the middle of the temple floor at night once more.
Yeah, so a few things. Is the invisibility always broken on an attack, or does it ever break before?
When she came through the window, that broke the invisibility. All the others didn't break until the attack.
Okay.
Did we get a look at her?
Yeah, do we see her at all? Is it a her? Here, you said we heard her voice?
It's a her. It's a her. I think it's a her.
Okay.
You do get a look at her face via time pool. She wears a like an alabaster plaster mask over her face, so the details of it are gone, but like there's sort of this
what about the
there is a mask that is worn that you can recognize instantly.
The knife, is the knife unique?
I gotta find her stat block. So I do believe, here we go, forces, generals, Wormwood, Anton Solo, no. Justina, Sylvia and Benji, Georg.
Would you say that this is a pretty unique mask or no?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking about the dagger. Because we had locate object on it, right?
Yep, I can locate object up. I have a very accurate mental image of it.
You do?
I can just sit here with the time pool, no? For like an hour?
I suppose. Can you can rewatch the same thing with the time pool over and over?
I think so. It doesn't say you can't. I'm pretty sure. You can read the spell again.
Yeah. Where's time pool? There it is. Okay. Where is? We have an assassin here. Is she over here?
Perfectly clear picture with normal sounds if the caster were present at the scene. 1 round per level. I can watch it for 13 minutes. I could do multiple castings on it. Doesn't say you can't watch a thing multiple times.
Okay. Here we go. The Vanguard is these people. Ah, Sophie is her name. Okay, cool. Now I can find this stuff. It's definitely a she. Sophie. No, not there. The dagger is clearly magical. But it doesn't have anything that stands out too much because her hand's on the hilt, and then there's the silver, that shiny silver blade, not iron, but definitely like a silver, maybe a mithril blade.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if it's enough to. The dagger you might not be able to detect object, but the mask, locate object. That's what we're looking for here.
Yeah, you gotta read down a little bit though.
Uh-oh. What does that mean?
The spell helps locate a known or familiar object. It is known. The priest casts the spells. The spell locates such objects as apparel, jewelry, furniture, tools, weapons. Attempting to find a specific item, such as a kingdom's crown, requires an accurate mental image.
If the image is not close enough to the actual item, the spell does not work. In short, desired but unique items cannot be located by the spell unless they are known by the caster. Spell is blocked by lead. Yeah, so it's all about how well you know this. And so you're going to be able to watch. You can find the time pool from which you get the best vantage point to see this face, breaking in. You've got a few different angles that you can rewatch over and over again. It's a pretty unique mask, right? Unless there's like a mask shop that sells them in town, but you wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
It's slender. It's this like very alabaster white color. I don't see why you couldn't at least try.
True.
Sounds reasonable. The range of locate object is 60 yards plus 10 yards per level. You are a 13th level cleric? 14th?
Yeah, 13th.
So 130 plus 60 is 190 yards. The priest casts a spell, slowly turns, and will sense when he's facing the direction to the object to be located, provided the object is within range.
Seeming us, Imric, and we just walk around town.
Yep.
Wait, what's the range on locate object again?
Can do that.
190 yards.
Oh, fuck.
For
that
him.
Sucks.
Like
Okay.
a football field? No, that's good.
190 yards?
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
To search an entire city will be a very slow process. It'll take multiple days. But but at night, of a war,
at night when I'm flying around as a fucking bat, I might even be able to solo this.
If you could do that.
Tyrael gives me the Ring of True Sight. I fly
well,
around
no, you need to
at night.
cast and turn slowly and pay attention. You can't sense while flying. You're gonna have to stop. Like you could land on a building
I see what you're saying.
and then and then fly and then yeah.
Well, he loves temples and clerics, so
I can cast Seeming on you. That's fine.
Yep.
And Invis as well if you want. Stone Skin.
I don't think
Stone Skin kind of gives away the Seeming, yeah.
Just cast Seeming and Tyrael. We just walk around for a few days. Leave it up to some rolls.
Yeah, unless they're staying out of the city. Yeah, I think that'd be good, yeah.
Cool. You want some D100s?
Well, before we get to that, I want to nail down just a couple of details here. Because we don't need to go into too much depth on some of this stuff. Some of this stuff is chump change for us. But if you're going to be walking around like regular people, you're going to get treated like regular people by everyone around you. So that means you're going to be treated like lower class citizens, which is something the brothers McGarry are probably not used to. Are you going to be able to ignore it if some soldier or knight or noble shoves you out of the way into like a dirty puddle and, insults your mother? Do you have that sort of composure?
Tyrael does. I did Rogan my whole childhood. Used to it. Fuck it.
Yeah, you did. But you also are you know, a little bit tired of people treating you like you're not the sole thing holding the entire kingdom together, right?
Probably just stay away from guards. Probably the best idea.
Okay.
Anton's pretty wise. He's going here for the mission. If you'd like, I can throw up a wisdom check if it happens, but
Well,
I think he's gonna be able to keep it in check.
Yeah.
Maybe before his whole time in the cesspool or whatever, the hate den that Velthara threw him in, he would have lost it. But I think after that, I think he's a lot better.
You're a lot more composed.
I think so.
You're gonna be able to hold back when people who treat you like shit because they don't know who you are.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What other problems might we run into here? What happens if you do locate this person and you're on your way to get them, and you gotta push your way through a crowd of people? You start shoving your way through a crowd of people. Someone might think you're thieves. Someone might, there could be confrontation. You're not the hero's McGarry. You're just random fuckers causing a ruckus in the street. That's the sort of thing that attracts attention and causes problems. So are you going to be, reckless and careless?
Wait, all we need to do is find the person. We can take our time once we find them. It's not like they're going to be running from us or anything, right?
Okay.
Yeah, let's just leave it up to, if it happens, we'll go for it.
Yeah, we're just trying to find the person for now.
All right, you just want to locate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Then I guess let's do it. In fact, why don't we take our last break and we'll come back and do this as our last segment.
Sure. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back.
Hi.
So, our party is going to find this person. Tell me how you do it. Do you go at day? Do you go at night? Do you go together? Does Anton go as a bat?
How long does his invisibility shit last?
Whose?
Nick's. Or sorry, how long does seeming last, Nick?
12 hours.
We'll probably go one day in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
One day at night. One day midday, maybe to catch both. We got a week, maybe a week and a half, so we vary it. We'll probably visit any big public events. So if there's yeah, go ahead.
This is after your week of downtime?
Mm-hmm. No. Sure. Or wait, can we do this during our week of downtime? Just walking around the city?
No, because the downtime needs to be downtime. This is
downtime.
What you're describing is not
level?
Downtime.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah, for the level.
All right, we do it a week after. Sure. Nick, learn your enlarge spell.
Yeah.
Oh, we got more time?
You got another week.
I don't want to go for another 7th level spell.
Do it.
Oh, do it.
Yeah, but that might take up to 2 weeks.
Oh, just roll well.
Just roll well.
Okay, I'm going to do reverse gravity now from the Alcaster spellbook.
20 to 85 still? Or 84?
Let's do 20 to 84, yeah.
I think you should go high. Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so smart. I get credit for that. Fuck you.
Nice work, Steven.
And this one was reverse gravity?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's 7d2 days.
All right,
Oh,
so
it's
you are
actually-
still learning that while they're doing this.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
All right, boys. The boys. Going out.
Can we do some rolls to see our
Yeah.
luck? Okay, here's day one. What do you want?
To see if you can find the assassin on day one. Well, locate object, the cleric version, lasts for 8 hours. It's a great spell. So you can sweep quite a bit of the city in that time. And the two of you are going together seeminged, right?
Yeah. I'll have 2 castings a day if it makes you feel better.
So what's your plan? Talk to me before we just do some random rolls. If the city is
Big
roughly
public
a square,
events. Big public events. We're probably gonna hang around those. So if we know someone's getting their rights read, hang around those. We're gonna probably hang around, I think, the clerical areas. It seems like they're loving to kill them.
Okay. So you're looking for hot spots of social activity where there's lots of people, and you're looking for areas where there might be clerics and other prime targets like generals, warriors, captains, blah blah blahs, officers. Okay, cool. Then I would like you want to roll high on
Nice D1000.
Let me just double check the exact wording of this spell here. Yeah, roll me a D100.
You want to roll, Steve, or do you want me to roll? Feeling lucky?
You mean low or high?
We need high.
I think I can throw out a good D100 right now. I'm feeling it. Do you want a big one?
Oh, go ahead.
Are you feeling good?
Yeah.
I feel like I got a big one in me right now.
Okay, throw your big one out.
Okay.
That's very high.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It is.
Yes, Anton, you get a ping on the mask. You're walking around through the city, and you find yourself on the northeastern corner of the city, or near the northeastern corner of the city. And you're doing one of your pauses and turnings. You've come over here in this region because you've heard this is where the new officers are being trained. And so you're kind of walking through the area to see what's up. And sure enough, as you're facing in the direction of, the barracks and the proving grounds, and there's a bunch of houses over there, and there's a couple of shops, and there's a well, and there's like a bunch of people washing some clothes, and it's a crowded city. There's a lot of stuff going on, but you get a ping that says that in this direction is the object which you seek.
I nudge Tyrael and I'm taking him that way then.
Yeah, we'll start walking that way.
Okay. What do you do now? Because
Tyrael,
now you know it's
you
in this
should
direction.
give me your ring of true seeing, I believe, because I can cast a spell to hopefully hold them.
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. Oh,
I will.
Koibu, quick question. Can you teleport through lead walls? Like, if you're in a lead room, could you teleport in or out?
Let's see.
Fuck, I feel like they're gonna have a ring of reaction. It just won't matter. Do you still have your cloak of the cheetah?
Did I lose that?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Areas like lead rooms a lead-lined room will affect teleport, but it's not so much solid blocking. It'll like magnify the error bars on the teleport spell, making it riskier.
Okay.
Same thing if there's like an area with a lot of magical energy in there, then it'll be a riskier place in which to teleport.
Yeah, okay.
So I think that you should just cloak of the cheetah and just fucking tackle them with your ring, because I think they might have a ring of reaction, so I don't want to even risk that.
I'll
I
just
thought you said you were just gonna find them.
Yeah, we're just finding them for now. Let's just like get eyes on them and see what's going on, right?
We're finding them. We go.
Okay.
Tyrael has his ring. I didn't take it.
Yeah. It's a crowded, busy area. There's all sorts of people. There's folks doing dishes and clothing and training, and there's houses and buildings, and you don't know in which building this person is or if they're in the streets, and you can't see invisible things. So how do you locate them?
Well, let's go to the building that has the mask in it, yeah?
Yeah, we're going.
You don't know what building the mask is in, is what I'm saying. Like, know that somewhere.
Big of an area does it give me?
I think it's.
Well, does it not like
160 yards, 190 yards long, and what's the width of this?
Wait, hold on. Give me the spell. There's no way that it just tells us a huge.
Well, yeah, I'm almost certain that this would like
tell us you exactly where the
show
object
it through
is.
the wall. Yeah.
The priest casts a spell, slowly turns, and will sense when he is facing in the direction of the object to be located, provided the object is within range. It's a 3rd level spell, and so it gives you, yes, that object is in front of you right
I should
now.
be able to find the place then just by merely turning and just seeing where it pings off, right? So
yeah, I mean, you could turn and be like, okay, it's out of range, and then you can turn back and be like, okay, it's in range, out of range in the other direction. So it's like you could probably narrow yourself into a
Yeah, okay. I think we'll just keep walking the
15-degree
direction
cone.
where it feels like it until we feel like we walk past it, unless we're starting to come up against like buildings, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that...
Let me get us some sample streets here. Ooh, we don't have those sample streets. It's fine. So you move forward. You move past the well. You come up just to the side of the proving grounds where the soldiers are practicing and training with each other. On your right side is a few rows of shops and houses, and then beyond that is the wall of the edge of the town. Maybe 200 yards in front of you is the other wall because you're nearing that corner. And Anton can stop and pause and do a bit of a turning. And now, before it was roughly in a northern direction. Now it's roughly in a northwestern or a west by northwest direction. North by northwest? North by northwest direction. So you're getting, kind of an idea. It's somewhere over here. You can move to where you expect those lines to intersect. Anton, give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence or wisdom?
Intelligence. You're doing brain math. Yeah, it's one of these. This building or that building could be on the second or third floor. Could be in the basement. Could be on the ground level. Could be actually outside of one of these buildings. You're not exactly sure.
Well, if we're kind of in the area, I think I'm going to activate my ring, and I'll see if I can see any magical items.
Through the walls, yeah.
Well, I don't know if I see through the wall, but...
I don't think the ring... Yeah, the ring doesn't see through walls, but you can scan the zone, and sure enough, hanging out near some of these proving ground soldiers is what appears to be like a captain. The captain in charge of training these soldiers, and at his side, he carries a plus something sword, a magical sword of some kind.
Nobody else looks like they have a sheath or anything that's emitting a magical glow or an aura or anything like that.
Nope. No magic other than that in range.
Oh, I sure
That's fine. They're maybe after the captain. I'll wait a bit.
10, 15 minutes, I guess.
Yeah. It lasts 8 hours, so.
Yeah, you got plenty of time. You try and make yourselves, unnoticeable, hanging out near where the soldiers are. And then what? After a few minutes pass?
Yeah, 5 minutes. Actually, because my ring of seeing only lasts 30 minutes, so...
Okay. After 5 minutes, then what do you do?
Should we start walking around some of the buildings to see if we move near them, if you can get a feel for more specifically where the mask might be, or...
Yeah, let's try it.
All right. You start just sort of perusing the area, trying to isolate this location. Give me another int check, MrMouton.
22.
Yeah, you're fairly certain that unless the person has moved, they're in this, what would you call this building? It's sort of like it's a series of shops that share walls with apartments that are above them, and then like a turreted tower rising from one side of them. The tower rises to about the height of the walls, maybe just a little bit above the height of the walls. The rest of the buildings are below the 3-story walls of the city. It's probably in there.
Where they are.
Okay.
Or
does it look like it's like a shop that you go inside, or what
there's
kind of
a row of shops all together. It's like a long building with shops on the ground floor and houses on the above floor and a tower on one side.
Okay. Is there like a ground floor we can just enter through?
Yeah, but there's like multiple shops. They're all individual, unique buildings.
And we haven't narrowed it down to one yet. We just know he's in a jungle.
Right. There's somewhere in this thing, you think.
I guess if we walk through like the front areas and kind of look in, do we see anybody with any magical items or anybody that looks suspicious, or?
Yeah, you can walk on through with your Ring of True Sight. It's pretty easy to scan for magical items, which you don't see any. With Anton's locate object, he would have to stop and focus and like pay attention to each shop.
It's gonna be Ethereal doing this,
which would be super obvious to anyone standing around that something magical is going on. But you walk through. You look through the windows of the shops or through the open doors. People selling bread, bodyguards keeping out the riffraff who might be here to steal things.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see any signs of anything magical.
Well, you've got the magic, buddy. What do you think?
I mean, they're probably in like the upper part of a building that we.
That's what I'd imagine. There's probably like an abandoned attic or some storage area that they'd be using as like a base. It's someplace they could return to. They don't get bothered much.
Yeah. You're a climb walls. You're a climb walls guy.
Yeah, but I can't climb out in public, right?
I guess, yeah.
What's the goal here? You have an idea of where they are? Is this enough to return home and sort things out?
No,
are you trying
I want to find
to
him and
finish
fucking
this
kill
mission?
him. Yeah.
I want to find him, yeah.
If I can. You said there was. Did you describe there was one higher thing here, like a towerish kind of thing here?
Yeah, there are 5 shops on the ground floor with 5 apartments above them, and at the very end is a rounded tower. Everything else is 2 stories. The tower is like 3.5 stories.
Okay, so there's 5 shops, apartments above each. For the shops, do all 5 shops, are they all like inhabited? Like it's all shopkeepers? Like there's not like
Yes,
one shop
people are busy in their shops right now.
Okay, so I'd imagine for each of the 5 shops, the apartments above are probably lived in, so an assassin probably couldn't hide in there, right? So for the tower seems to be the most likely place where there might be a spare place inside the tower that the guy could be hiding, so we could go and investigate the tower.
Yeah. How do we get in the tower?
The
Tiro
tower
should
has
go
a
and...
separate door, which is closed.
What kind of tower is this? Is this like a guard tower or what? Just
No, it's just a building that is rounded in shape and taller than everything else around it.
Okay. There's a lot of
drag you over here.
Sure. There's a lot of like activity and stuff around here, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just a block or 2 away, just a few hundred feet away, is a bunch of officers and soldiers who are training together.
Can we just? I just want to walk up to the tower, the door, I'll be like kind of like chatting casually with Anton. So
Yeah,
we're like,
you're like looking up. Do you look up at the tower at all?
no, I don't need to.
Okay.
He's in here. I can feel it. As we're talking, I'll pull out like I imagine you have like a keychain, right? That our keys are on.
Sure.
Like for a house. I'll kind of like pull out my keychain, and then with my other hand, I'll pull out my lockpick, and I'll just be kind of casually chatting, having fun, but I'll make it look like I'm trying to unlock the door, but I'm actually like working with my lockpick, and I'll try to do
Yeah. If you can do like one of these, lockpicks where you're not really paying attention to what you're doing and you're talking with him, I want you to roll at a disadvantage.
Okay, I can do that. First, actually, though, can I do a check for traps?
A check for traps you can't do while paying attention to something else. You need your eyes 100% for that.
Fine, that's okay.
And your focus.
Fuck, that's a little bit spooky, but it could be warded. Okay, no, that's fine.
Could be trapped.
I am the trap. Okay. Find remove traps. You want me to give you 2 rolls?
Are you doing the find remove?
No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna open the locks. Yeah.
Just open the locks. Okay.
Okay, it's a hard thing to do and talk and do a thing at the same time. Okay.
It's difficult. Yeah.
After I realize that I can't quite get the lock, I'll like kind of look at my key confusingly, and then we can kind of walk into. I guess is there like a nearby alley?
Yeah, you can walk away and sort of find a spot. There's not quite an alley, but there's another street nearby.
Okay.
Do I still see him? Are they still in the area?
You're gonna have to stop and focus and be in the middle of the street in kind of an awkward position.
I'll do it when we get to our alley.
Yeah, we'll get to the alley, and he can kind of like look towards the tower, like up towards the tower, and see if we can feel something in that direction, I guess.
Yeah, as I said, there's not an alley, but there are other streets nearby. Sure. So it's still kind of in a public setting. There's not a lot of dark spaces here.
Yeah, sure.
Fun.
Anything?
Okay. Well, let me see if anyone gets weirded out by Anton's behavior. No,
a lot of people moving around and stuff, but
yeah, there are a lot of people moving around. No one really seems to care. You focus on where you've got like a nice angle that sort of looks, along the building like this, and sure enough, your target, your mask, is still there.
Okay, I tell Anton, the lock is a bit more complicated than I thought. I'm gonna need to be able to focus on it if I want to pick it. Do I get another shot at it if I am doing it under different circumstances? So if I go and I just try to dedicatedly pick it and not sneak it, or No.
Yes. If you are fully focused on it and you spend your 10 minutes on it, you can get another roll.
10 minutes.
That's the time that it takes to pick a lock.
Can Anton cast invisibility?
No.
You cast etherealness.
Can't pick a
what's
lock.
What's the door? I know, yeah. What's the door made out of? Well, wait, hold on. Tyrael might be able to. He can see to the other plane, but he can't affect it, can he?
No, he couldn't affect the locks.
What's the door made out
of? Wood and iron.
How much iron?
Well, I'm sorry, wood and bronze or brass. Just a couple of big bands. If you were ethereal, you could walk through it.
That's what we can do, Tyrael. Like, that's what I can do for you. I can etherealness through it.
Do an ethereal, both of us can go through it?
Yeah, we can do that. We need to find a spot to etherealness. We can't just disappear here.
Sure.
Well,
what?
You'll have to find, somewhere else. You'll have to find like a building or a bathroom or something somewhere far away.
Do that.
Walk a bit away, around a corner, do it. Yeah.
Yeah. You walk a few minutes away, head into an alley that you find, cast your spell, and the world fades away, replaced by the now familiar sort of soft black shapes of the ends of reality.
We'll walk back to the tower and we will walk inside.
Yeah, you do. You walk back in. You it's hard to tell exactly where you are. These rounded edges on buildings are sort of awkward, but you can find them and feel the rounded edge of the tower and come along with it until it slips on inside. A little bit of mist giving you a sense of depth where, some bounds of reality are just a little bit grayer than others. You make your way into this room. This very front room is sort of oblong shaped. It's got a curved wall on one end. You
can I see into the normal world with my ring of seeing, true sight? I think I can a little bit, right? Because I could see from the...
believe so. True seeing.
We've done it like that a ton of times.
Yeah. Further, you can focus to see into the ethereal. Yeah, perfect. You can use your Ring of True Sight to see into here. There's a wooden staircase leading up the tower. You can't climb the wooden staircase while you're ethereal. It doesn't exist for you. The rest of this area is sort of run down and old. There's a kitchen and a pantry in here.
We can come out of ethereal here. It's fine. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'll bring us back.
Okay. You leave the ethereal plane and return now inside this building.
True.
There's a staircase leads up to the second and probably third floor, and then there's like a kitchen and a storeroom in here with some other supplies. It kind of looks not like abandoned, but definitely not well kept up. Like there's mold growing on some of the dishes and there's some flies. Maybe it's just a really dirty person who lives here.
Can I do a detect noise? I want to see if I hear anybody maybe snoring or moving around. Or
the only things you hear are the sounds of the outside. The swords clashing on each other, the carts rolling through streets, people haggling loudly, children pulling cats' tails.
Okay. I tell Anton I think this could be it. Get ready.
Yeah, we're whispering. So yeah, I guess we sneak up the stairs.
Can I sneak up the stairs? I can move silently.
You can sneak up the stairs.
Yeah, I'll tell Anton to guard the door down here to make sure nobody comes out.
Yep.
Yep.
Plop, plop, plop. Up the stairs you go. You find a nice, solid wooden door in front of you. Well made. Tightly bound with bronze.
Is there another way to go up, or is it just the stairs lead to here, this door?
Yeah, the stairs kind of curve along the edge of the building and then hit a door.
Can I put my ear to the door and detect noise?
Yes. It's quiet on the other side. I see that. Fucker.
See what?
Nick. And his hairy balls.
You can't prove anything. It's in your color, Neal. You're the one who's red.
Everyone else is talking. They're busy. No one's got free attention span.
It's been too long.
Okay.
Felt the need.
Rest in peace, Jeff. Sorry, you've got the ear to the door.
Yeah, okay. I've got my ear to the door. I don't hear any noise whatsoever. He must be either sleeping or out. The idea that he would just be sitting there waiting is insane. So I'm gonna take my luck at picking the lock. No, first I'm gonna try to find traps. That's supposed to be rolled in secret, but
oh, that's right. It's supposed to be rolled in secret. Yeah. You do indeed find a trap on this lock. Yes.
Does the same roll allow me to find and disarm?
Yes. So you have another 95% chance to disarm it, which goes smoothly. This door had a what do you call it?
Alarm?
No, a poisoned needle attached to it with a single dose of some poison on it that would have pricked you had you not put in a key that has not only the things to like undo the lock, but also an extra forward-facing button to disarm the trap.
Okay.
Knowing that, you can navigate. Well, actually, you have navigated the trap, triggered it, let the needle kind of come out, and then you can unlock the door and carefully push it back into place as need be.
Okay, I'll pick the lock then. Yeah.
Can you pick it silently?
As quietly as I can. I mean, it's gonna make a little bit of noise, but
but you open the lock. It's not a problem. Trap disarmed, lock opened. Do you reset the trap or do you leave it triggered?
I'll leave it triggered for now.
Okay.
Can I I'm gonna make my way back downstairs quietly, and I'm gonna motion to Anton to just come a little closer. Don't go upstairs yet, but just be ready.
Anton will come a little bit closer.
Okay, I'll go back upstairs and I'm gonna slowly open the door.
The door slowly opens. Up here is a hallway that divides a few rooms. Not very many. At the other end of the hallway is a wooden staircase that proceeds to the top floor.
Okay. So there's
maybe 2 rooms on either side of the hallway.
Okay.
4 rooms total.
So there's 4 rooms and then upstairs another staircase. I will go up the stairs again.
Ignoring these rooms for the time being?
Yeah, sure. Is this the door upstairs? Is it locked or does it open? Or wait,
it does not have a lock on it. Okay. It is wooden, no metal bands.
Gotcha. I'll do another find remove traps on it.
You find no traps.
Okay. I'll go back down to the other 4 doors. Do all 4 of them look locked? Or do they all 4 look opened, or is it varying?
One of them has a locking mechanism on them. The other 2 do not. Or the other 3 do not.
Okay. Can I put my ears to the locked door and see if I hear anything?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't hear anything. It's very quiet there.
I'm going to go back downstairs, and I'm going to bring Anton up here. All right.
The 2 of you ascend the staircase together. Antron trying to keep his heft and weight as silent as possible, but with his, 6 dexterity?
Actually,
it's a little bit hard.
Well, hold on.
Well, he's actually, I'm going to tell him and I'll see that he's having trouble before he does
15 dexterity.
Nice.
What? When did that happen?
I think I get +2 on some boots or some shit. I have 6 charisma.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, it's your charisma that's bought.
Before he does that, I have 3 bags of flour. I'm going to take one bag, and I'm going to stab it, and I'm going to spread this all throughout the hallway.
You powder the hallway. Anyone that steps in here will have their footprints revealed immediately.
Nice. You give me the other bag?
Nope. I just need this to make sure he's not getting out. He's not gonna be able to run through both of us. He'll die 100%.
I just worry that there's a window they're gonna jump out of.
Then they're just gonna jump out a window. What do you mean?
Okay.
Okay. So I want to bring him up so that we're both in the hallway now, and I'm gonna stand outside this locked door. Okay, I'm going to check this door for traps.
The locked one in the hallway?
Yes.
No traps.
Can I pick the lock?
Yeah.
Yep.
You realize it was not even locked as you pick it.
Okay.
There's a lock on it, but it was already unlocked.
I'm going to draw my sword, and I'm going to slowly open the door. What do I see?
You see light streaming in through the window, and you see a desk here with a thick layer of dust on it, and some refuse in the corner. It looks like it's been long abandoned.
Okay. Other 3 rooms. Then I'm gonna go one by one, I guess. On the first door. Well, actually, since we're standing here and doing nothing, can Anton just stand in the middle of like the 3 rooms and then take a minute to look at each one to see if he can?
Yes, he can tread over the flower just like you did. Standing in the middle of the room, just his footprints and your footprints through it.
Yeah, I'll try that. I'll look up. I'll look at the rooms. Can I tell?
Yeah, you'll stand here and you'll scan to the side, and then turn around and scan the other way. You do not detect the mask in any of these rooms.
Even in the upstairs?
Well, you're not upstairs yet, but
can I look up?
Suppose you can look up. I don't see why you couldn't. You scan upward and do not detect it anywhere.
Okay, scan down.
I'll look down.
You scan downward and you do detect a mask somewhere downward.
Okay, back down to the
point down. Yeah, we need to creep though. Yeah.
Yeah, we're creeping.
Yep. Back down to the ground floor.
Is there? Okay, what's in this room on the ground floor?
There's sort of like an atrium where you came in through that has the staircase that goes off to the right that curves around the edge of the rounded building, and then there's like a little doorway with a wooden door that's not locked or anything that is actually just open. That leads into that kitchen where there's sort of like rotting food and stuff in there.
Okay.
And then the main atrium just has some boxes and like a little bench where you can take your shoes off and some old sandals sitting nearby and a couple of shirts and a cloak and whatnot.
Stand in front of the one door that's not locked or anything. Is the mask in there or no?
No, you don't see it in there as you scan it.
I guess we'll just investigate this room then. Yeah.
Yeah. There's obviously something hidden.
Whoops. There we go. Yeah. You start looking around in this room. You scan the room. You don't find it here. Doesn't seem to be here at all.
Like scan below?
Yes, it is below you. It's under the floor. Somewhere. Somehow. But you don't see any trapdoors. You can move the rugs in here.
It's probably in a floorboard, and this is his spot that he waits in. I'll whisper that to Tyrell. Can we check the floorboards?
Yeah, I guess we can, yeah.
Yeah, you look around feeling none of them seem to come up very easily. By now you've spent probably quite a bit of time searching this area, going carefully and slowly, and 10 minutes on the locks, and you're checking all the floorboards. So it's got to have been at least 45 minutes since you first entered this building. And none of these floorboards seem to give way. None of them seem to come up. They seem all pretty solid. Maybe it's a specifically known floorboard that has to be pried up and nailed down every time. The only way to find it would be to rip the floor to shreds if that's the case.
Interior will do like a find remove.
Traps, I'd have to scan every like 5-foot segment.
He would be in here for hours. Carefully checking the ground, which you can totally do if you want. But there is a large time commitment.
Is it possible for... Well, I think we have all the time in the world. Is it possible for Anton to like scan the whole place to find the exact spot? I got out like an hour.
No, because it's it's a facing thing. It's not quite like laser beam this one point. It's sort of like, I'm looking in this broad area. And even if you do like broad here and broad here to try and like locate the one spot, your vision has a bit of softness to it. At best, you can narrow it down to like somewhere in a 15, 20 foot wide path.
Is there a bookcase?
There's a shelf with stuff on it. That's sort of bookcase-like.
Anton will go
but
and
no
check
books.
That. I'm guess at this point we're looking for like a lever. I don't know if he's down in the floorboards, if he's in like a cellar, like there's a wall that's going to open. So that's the type of stuff that we're looking for now.
But you're all fine with spending the afternoon searching this room?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Great. Maybe an hour and a half into your searching, Anton, you're, maddeningly trying to scan again in an area to see if maybe it's here, and you realize that the mask has moved. It's no longer underneath you anywhere. It is, you scan, it is somewhere, it's gone. It's outside of your range. But it's definitely not in this room, because it's not here anymore, and nothing in this room has moved. But at one point it was below you.
I'll explain the tutorial. I think that's fine. We know they're home, and I hope that he hasn't hurt us. So
yeah, what does this mean? What are you gonna do?
Or there must be a basement entrance in or out.
There must be a basement entrance, yeah.
Well, so what's the plan?
Stay here and keep looking, right?
Well, no, there might be.
I don't know if there's
in
like
and out
sewers
might be
or
like
something.
through, yeah. There's no way. There should be no way through these floorboards to beneath anything, right?
You haven't found him after an hour, and the mask is no longer detectable. So something either has covered it that would block your detection, or the mask has left the area. Which means not coming through the area where you are right now, right?
Yeah. There's not like a sewer system, right?
Are there sewers in this time period?
There are.
Is there a toilet here?
Not in this room. And when we talk about sewers, we're really meaning like parts of rivers get diverted to run under the city, and rainfall from the city gets collected in pipes that goes through the city. It's not so much like flushing toilet sewers, although some well-to-do people will have like shitholes that literally just drop down into the sewer, but they're fairly unpleasant because it's just a pipe that drops down into the sewer, so you get all the sewage smell coming up into your house. So they are few and far between. Most people just dump their shit into the street, and then when it rains, it washes into storm drains and down into the sewer.
I don't know. I'm out of ideas. What do you think? I mean, it's clearly he was down here, but I don't know if we've given ourselves away or not. And then we have to come back. We've got to figure out how to get underneath this place.
Yeah.
Let me see my other spells. I have one more etherealness. The floorboards are wooden, yes?
They are.
How do we walk in here without falling through?
Etherealness. Oh, well, yeah, I guess that's a good
probably
question.
just dirt directly below the floorboards.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So wait, we would have seen that, right? There's nothing under the floorboards then, yeah?
Yeah, you walked in and it was solid ground beneath you.
Okay, so there's something beneath this place. So
then there's something beneath this. Yeah. Okay, that helps us. Okay. We set all the traps back and we leave, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's all we can do.
Okay. You reset the traps. You step out into the busy streets, and
I think that's it. We'll probably go report back to Imric and then come back here, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back with Imric another day. He is still spell learning for.
Well, how do we fix the flower? Can we fix the flower?
It's everywhere.
The whole area upstairs, did all 4 rooms seem pretty undisturbed?
Before you entered, yes.
Mm-hmm. So then the person probably wasn't going through there or anything, right?
Probably not, yeah.
So it probably doesn't matter much.
Okay. Cool.
So I'll relock the door, rearm the trap, and then, yeah.
Excellent. Lock the door, arm the trap, and head on out. Back into the streets, back towards Imric, and you can wait until he's done studying for the day to relay your information to him of what went down.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then next
Imric,
time we'll
what do you have to say?
Yeah.
You find him?
Not yet, but we think we know where he's hiding.
Okay. What's the problem?
Well, we don't know how to get. He's beneath some tower. We don't know if it's a room beneath or if there's some other way to access it. But yeah, we found the tower that he's in. He's just hiding beneath.
Use your true seeing ring?
Yep, but I can't see through reality. Yeah, it's not X-ray.
Well, we can find our way down, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I take a day out studying to go with them, or will we have to wait till I've finished?
No, you got to wait till you're finished.
Yeah.
You must dedicate yourself to your studies if you want to learn these 7th level spells. There ain't no wiggle room or breaks.
I was waiting for you guys to notice, but
I'm sure that there's plans of like buildings, right?
Look at my masterpiece.
I mean, maybe in the Dardanelles you would have proper architectural buildings of everything, but that sort of bureaucracy doesn't exist here. Yeah, there's no like repository for everyone's construction. You don't even need to file blueprints with the city. There's no building code that must be followed.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I think that's it for now. Yeah.
I think that will wrap us up for today. But if I'm understanding right, we will be back tomorrow, 1 hour earlier than our normal start time, to continue the search for the assassin and also Imric's art show, which is here for all of us to see.
It's already happening.
What do you call this piece, Imric?
I call it If Scoria Were a Man.
Based.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Okay. Well,
see you next week.
Yeah. We'll
or wait, no, see you
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
And then I'll be back and streaming a bit, guys. Be back. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.